Right, welcome to the ministry. We've got some new scenery on show today and a new game with a bit of a difference. Scott's back. He's trying to make Marines great again. He's going to be taking them to a tournament. So
like Donald Trump.
I'm going to get you a cap that says it for when you go. So what he's doing is he's experimenting with his Marine list. He's trying a few things and he's asked if I'll put an army against them to try out. So there's some custom missions and stuff that are in the part of the mission pack, which we'll go through later. So I'll show you the table set out. If anyone's seen the last video, I've previewed building up these bits of scenery from Battle Systems. The mat today is Deep Cut Studio. If anyone's watching, we bow to no sponsor. Anyone wants to sponsor us, just get in touch. So we're going to try it out today, see what it's like anyway. So we've got the battlefield set up, and this is like a dual mission. It's a Maelstrom and an Eternal War. I believe it's Contact Lost for the Maelstrom and Big Guns Never Tire for the Eternal War. So there's a few. Again, I think we'll go through it in game. There's something like you can only score a maximum of 6 kill points for killing units and the thingies like that. There's a few little tweaks in that in his mission pack which make it a little bit different. It's ITC rules for the cover. So we're going to count all these things as ruins. You can get in them, but you can't see out the bottom level. And lots of line of sight blocking. So in this system, we'll have to put down 6 objective counters as well. So you can see there's 3, 4, 5. And where's the other one? Oh, it was in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and the other one's over there, 6. We had to ditch 6 cards from our deck. So we've done that. I've took out things like, domination, all that kind of stuff. I actually took out defense 6. Stuff like advance, because I'm using guard. I don't imagine I'll be pushing out much. I might have to, but we'll see. And the setup was, what's this one called again, Scott? It's the long ways. It's not hammer and anvil. It is hammer and anvil, isn't it? Or something like that. It's where you've got like the arrowheads going this way and that way. Now Scott's tested this one before and it is tricky for his list, which you'll see in a minute, but obviously he wants to just make sure he gets a lot of practice at it and seeing if he can crack those. Spearhead. So it's 2,000 points. The restrictions for the event were just no Forge World. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
No Forge World. So special characters are fine. You could have multiples of detachments. So I've done ones before where it's only single, you only allow 1 battalion, 1 vanguard, that kind of stuff, but not in this one, just no Forge World.
But also one of the caveats was, because it's a team event, your codex couldn't be replicated by a team member. So I've took Space Marines, Blood Angels, and I've got the Assassins.
It's 4-man event, wasn't it? And each one, basically, for whatever army you take. So if I was going with Scott and his team, which I'm not, I've took Guard, I wouldn't be able to have the Assassins, because you've got the... or would have to split it out, or decide who needed them more, that kind of stuff. So you're taking advantage of the Space Marine Codex, the Blood Angel Codex. the other players might have, say, Tyranny. They don't have to be the same alignment, they're just different armies.
Steve's taking Guard and Death Watch.
Yeah.
Simon's taking Knights and Sisters.
So you're all sort of Imperium-y, aren't you?
Well, Rob's taking Tyranids and Genestealer Cult.
Pets.
So,
Imperium plus pets.
Heretic pets.
It's like pets. But this stuff I think is going to look great if you've got like Xenos stuff, like the bugs. For me, that does look like Starship Troopers. I know a lot of people say it on YouTube, and that's what it feels like.
Well,
but
when you look above it, it reminds me of the game. There was a game in the 90s called Alien Breed.
Yeah.
It was basically based on Alien.
Yeah.
And it was like a what do you call it when the top perspective?
Yeah.
You run around.
It's all on the tails on the top.
The tails look just like that. Yeah. Cool.
So it looks very good. What we'll do in this, obviously, we're going to cover most of the major dice rolls and stuff like that, but obviously skim over the movement phases and all the sort of non-essential stuff, and the scoring elements will maybe just keep a track of it. Scott's going to practice keeping control of the score and help speed him up at the tournament. Because I do think, personally speaking, I've only played ever in a couple, but the ones where you've got more things to keep on top of becomes a bit of a nightmare in terms of bookkeeping. It's definitely easier to lose track, and time becomes an issue, especially if you've got players that aren't in this format. You might have had someone using an army they're not familiar with to let somebody else use the army they are familiar with. That kind of stuff can hinder you. So the more practice you've got, the better. And with that anyway, what we'll do, we'll take a look at the lists. So we're going to cover the Guard today, and we're running our Catachans. Look at that. What I've done is I've put together a Guard list that would be sort of similar. There's obviously some discrepancies. Like today I'm taking Strachan because he's a Catachan. Not that I would take him if it was a competitive build by any stretch of the imagination, but there's elements in there anyway that I want to take just because I like taking them. I think this should still be competitive in the sense if this rocked up, it could cause people issues. But is it totally optimised? Maybe it's not, because you could, shed out some bits here and there to add extra bits here and there. So anyway, we've got a brigade, we've got a vanguard detachment, we've got another Vanguard of Assassins, and we've got a Supreme Command. So for our HQs, we've got Strachan, who isn't going to be the Warlord, and we've got 2 Tempestus Psychers. They've both got, I'm just looking at there, one's got Psychic Barrier, one's got Night Shroud, they've both got Smite, and they've both got Psychic Maelstrom, which is one way they can pick somebody within 18 and do the sort of mortal woundage. So they can snipe basically, which is quite handy. I've got 6 lots of troops, all stock as they come. You know, a sergeant with a las pistol and a chainsaw, everybody else is las guns. For our elites, we've took a two Tech Priest Engine Seers. That guy's the model there, the limited one from the London goodie bag at the GT last year. And we've got Harker. Again, he's decent. You know, whether you take him or not, I don't know. He's good. Reroll 1s for Catachans within 6. Quite nice, and he's quite cheap. And we've took an Ogren Bodyguard. This guy I'm going to give a relic to. I'm going to give him the Death Mask of Olianus. So he's got plate, he's got a shield, he's got a power maul, not the gun. So he's a bit punchy. He's got a 2-up armour, a 4-up invuln, and he can heal D3 wounds at the beginning of a turn. Obviously he can go and sit on somebody and help them out. So for our heavies, we've got 2 mortar teams of 3, and we've got a Manticore with a heavy bolter and its missiles. I like Manticores. I like Basilisks as well, but I'm going Manticore today. Or fast attack, we've got a Hellhound with a big flamer on there and heavy bolter. I think I had just standard on there, and 2 Scout Sentinels with the multi-lasers to keep it cheap. Our other Vanguard is the Warlord, which is a company commander. And I've just forgot the name of the relic. Basically, he's the command point for him. So we know we can only do 1 a turn, but he's got, what's it called? Corvus Aquila, I think it is. So if I use them on a 5-up, I get them back. And if you use them, which I'm giving him a relic, which will cost me a point. If Scott uses them or the opponent uses them, I get 1 back. And I've just totally forgot the names, but it's pretty much bog standard what every Imperial commander uses. We've got a Priest, because I wanted to use the Priest model. And we've got 2 stock Commissars with just bolters. Again, because of the cheapness. We've got our Vanguard of Assassins. Now, there's not 1 of each in there, so they don't get me a command point, but you can take, I think it's 5 elites, isn't it, for a Vanguard detachment. So we've got Calexis and we've got 3 Vindicors. That's going to be very tasty for sniping characters. And then our Supreme Command, 3 tank commanders. Like I said, all the God of Catachan. 3 tank commanders, as they are, heavy bolters, las cannon, battle cannons, and they've all got a hunter killer as well. I think that was 1999. I'm going to spend my command point on the extra relic, which leaves me with 3 for being Battleforged, 12 plus the 1. And losing the 1 for the Supreme Command, 16 CP, so I should have plenty CP to do stuff. Hopefully Scott's got some problems, and we'll take a look at his list. What we'll do, we'll start, me and Scott have just been through, because he'd spent loads of command points, had them at the start, so we'll cover it quite quickly basically this time. So he's got a Blood Angel detachment, we'll go through the detachments first. Raven Guard, Assassins, and Crimson Fists. So we've got the standard guy here. Obviously this is his now command points, I can't remember how many he started on.
Start with 11.
So this guy is Mephistian. We'll go through his powers mid-game. Everyone knows what he does. This guy's been upgraded to be a Death Company guy with a jump pack of the Angel Wings. He rerolls failed charges. Can't overwatch him. Big hammer. This guy's got the Hammer of Baal. Obviously Storm Shield as well. So he doesn't get any minuses with his Storm Hammer to hit. The Assassins, 2 Vindicar and a Versa. So everyone knows what they do. They'll be really good against my list. This one down here, fully kitted out, big point sink, should be really good against the tanks. But obviously my tanks will be targeting them. So -1 to hit it over 12 inch because you're Raven Guard, but they've got double las cannons and the missile launchers each. They ignore cover while the sergeant's alive, and they can move and fire without penalty, so they're really good. This guy's got the Curse.
Tenebrous Curse.
And Mind Raid. Yeah, so the Curse, again, maybe he's not that good against my list, but he's going to be really handy if there's salty armies and stuff like that. And 2 Thunderfire cannons, they should be nice against my list as well. Some indirect fire, always handy in tournament settings. Especially ITC, because the ground floors of ruins.
The idea is to hide them.
Exactly, and then they can hit people in the ground floor ruins who can't normally be seen.
Well, I suffered with mortar units the other day in a test game. So that's
exactly, because these guys are good, but if they can't see stuff, they can't shoot it.
Yeah.
And then we've got a bog standard captain and a librarian who you said had Might of Heroes and
Veil of Time.
Yeah. He hasn't got a power sword, he's just chain sword, but he is the Warlord with Storm of Fire, so anyone within 6 wounds on a 6, -1 AP, very nice. I'm guessing he's probably going to sit over here. We've got 2 lots of bolter scouts and no camo cloaks. Like we said, stuff isn't fully painted, that's fine. tinkering with his list here and there, and he's not sure. He's trying new things. That's the stage he's at. It's great. It's fine. I know Scott's stuff will be amazing when it's fully painted. Thanks. It will. They all look mint because you got some Sharkies, but the Raven Guards today.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm guessing there's a chainsaw on the Sergeant because it's free.
There is, yes.
And a grenade launcher.
The grenade launcher's modelled on this guy.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I think I'd rather
have
keep
it on the Sergeant. Yeah.
It
makes sense. And then we've got the Crimson Fists.
Yeah, Crimson Fists.
With a bog standard Captain Chainsaw bolter.
Yeah.
The two guys behind, so it's 2 squads of 3 because it's a Vanguard, and they're all bolters missiles. And the 2 guys at the back.
Frag grenade launcher.
It's basically a D6 bolter.
Yeah, it is. Aye.
And then you've got the 2 guys who are the company guys who can intercept wounds, but basically they're cheap. That's what they've gone in for. So they've got like the standard
28 points standard loadout just to make the
it's basically give him a command point.
Yeah.
And like I said, humming and hawing about whether he takes a captain for the reroll 1s or a lieutenant, which could free up some extra points he's here and there. See how it goes. See what you find. You
we'll see how it...
might find, because he's the only captain, he's going to have to stay with them. Equally, if he was a lieutenant, he's going to have to stay with them. Or what you could do, because he's not taking any 4 boss powers as he could be over there, and that captain or lieutenant could be with these guys for reroll 1s to wound. Because then you'll have a reroll 1s. If you want to try that, try it out now.
No, that's alright. We'll go with this because.
Are you sure? Because you've got a plan in your head, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a.
Me thinking it straight away. What I'd probably be tempted to do is get the captain lieutenant with this big bulky stuff, which is city shooty, and then yes, they'll be really effective. But I think they'll equally be effective with that.
The Crimson Fist chapter tactic is my determination to get him was the Crimson Fist chapter tactic basically because they're in squads of 3.
Yeah.
If there's more than double the number, you get
add one to
hit. So I'm hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
If I take the captain in, I'm rerolling the 1s. Pretty much.
And the fist, you get hits in combat as well, don't you? Get a reroller.
I would have to check that.
I'd double check, but I think you do. I think what we didn't cover was who was upgraded to a chapter master. Was it this guy?
Yes, he's upgraded to a
so
chapter master.
There's 3 CPs to upgrade him. There's a CP for an extra relic.
Yeah.
And
then 1 to make him Death Company.
1 to make him Death Company, so that was like 5 CPs.
Started with 11.
Yeah. And down to 6.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything covered.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's get these armies set up. Get an overview. Obviously, a massive discrepancy in terms of numbers and bodies. Look at that. This should be good. Okay, so objectives are down. It's time according to the mission pack rules. So now roll off to see who gets to choose which side they want. The person that chooses the side, then do they put that army down in full, or did the opponent put it down full? Right. So if I choose a side, say I win, I choose a side. You put your full army down, and then I get to choose. You get to choose who goes first. Yeah. And season is available. Right. Okay. So let's roll. So I'm going to use this dice. I won at your event.
Right. I'm going to use the Neo dice.
Oh, you bashed it. I was going to win. Oh, it's a 6. It's a 2.
Yep.
Right. So we're talking about it before. I'm going to choose. I know you've got like Thunderfire cannons and stuff, and I've got stuff. It's really, actually, it's quite interesting, but I want to keep your stuff in line of sight, so I'm going to choose down here, simply because there's 3 objectives nicely placed, and the 3 are quite a little bit far forward, but it means you're sitting out in the open for most of your stuff as well. So I'm going to choose down here, so Scott's going to set everything up first, I'll set up, and we'll come back to see if anyone's going to seize. Right, that took ages for Scott to put his stuff down. I'm just kidding. It was... Well, like I said, from the start, I purposely picked a side that would be difficult for you. Especially he knows I've got 3 snipers, which is a big headache for him. But anyway, we'll cover my side. Scott's going to decide whether he goes first or second. In here, I've just got an infantry squad. There's some mortars inside. There's an assassin on the roof. And one of the command tanks down here. Just because his centurions are down there, if I move out, I'll get line of sight. But if I don't get first turn, I'll not be able to see. Scout sentinels. A load of troops at the screen on the front. 2 command tanks and a load of characters hidden around here. So the warlords down there, a commissar in range of some leadership buffs if I'll take casualties early, tech priest, the 2 psychers, a squad here just to thin out because Scott's got he's a Versas in reserve somewhere, so I don't want him dropping in my backfield. He'll smash whatever he drops into. We've got the Manticore down here with a tech priest in the ruin. There's some mortar squad in there, 2 snipers on the roof, which looks really cool. And then we've got like the other characters. I'm not going to lift it up now, but the other characters are in there, the mortar squad. So I think there's like there's a commissar, the Bulgrin, Harker's in there. Maybe you can see Harker through the doorway. Oh, I just can't make him out. He's in there though, and the guy. So my Collectors is in reserve because I don't know what to do with them and I don't want them sniped off the table turn 1. So it's a bit in my back pocket if, you know, you can maybe just drop in over here and threaten to say get down there or come in my back lines and then move forward. So are you going to go first or are you going to go second?
I'm going to go first.
Well, I tell you what, I'd be silly not to try and seize the initiative. Just because I think I could do a lot of damage to it. It could be basically over turn 1, I think. If I get good.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be. But yeah, I'm going to have to try and seize. So on a 6, we seize. Scott was saying as well beforehand, sorry, the big guns never tie out, as obviously the heavies count as an extra point and they can score objectives, but you can also pick an additional battlefield role, you were saying, wasn't it? Yeah. So you're going to go for troops, because I've got 6 troop units that are quite easy to kill. And for me, I have to pick one as well. I'm looking around, you've got minimal troops really, and they're going to be hidden.
I've got 6 elite choices, like.
I'm probably going to go for elites, because you've got, I could go HQs, because my 3 snipers will pretty much be going for...
I've actually got more HQs than
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. You've got captain,
couple of librarians.
Yeah, I'm going to go HQs. So I'm going to play the role. That's where I've took the assassins. So on a 6, I win. It's a 4,
hey,
so we're going to go back. Now, I was hoping I didn't seize because it would be quite horrible, but you set up sort of semi-offensive, semi-defensive just to see.
It's one of them things. Is some of the other missions in the pack for this tournament are quite clear.
And this one's got a lot on it, hasn't it? So it's a complicated one, which is fair. It's why you wanted to play it. These will get to make a scout move before the game begins. They're basically just going to push up this way to get closer to this objective for later on. Yeah. So we'll do that now, and then we'll come back after Scott's movement. So Scott's going to deploy a stratagem to move first with his character, which is batshit crazy. But he's going to go for an early smash. So we'll see if I get it back with the Corvus Aquila on a 5-up. So I do. I steal a command point. I think that's the right way to do, because everyone's on the table and everyone's going, and it's not, the game is begun. It has happened. The scout move, obviously you decided when you want to go, so these came in that way and he's jumped over there, so he's going for an early jump. I am going to spend 2 CP to do prepared positions, just because you've got some las cannons and stuff like that, and it might help us out a little bit. So that'll knock me down to 14 CP, I think.
How many prepared positions? 2?
Yeah, 2 CP, yeah, so just take the 2 off, yeah. And then we'll come back after some psychic-y, movement-y, shooty things. Well, we'll do the movement in the psychic phase because I'm not sure how much will go on. And then we'll come back with the shooties. Right, I'm going to interrupt with Scott's moving on. So basically, no, keep going for it. The other Smash captain with the Thunderhammer Relic, he spent another CP to do On Wings of Fire. I can't generate another one back, so it's pointless rolling it. So at the end of the turn, he's lifted him up basically, and he can drop in 9 inches away. So basically just gets him a lot closer to the enemy than he would do. And within 9 inches of a charge range, as opposed to maybe an 11 or 12 inch charge range. So we'll just let him finish his movement. So another thing to point out with all the millions of things going on in this game is the 1 card turn 1, and then basically the contact lost is for every objective you're on, you generate a card. So there's a big incentive to go out and push on objectives. Psychological Warfare was a card Scott drew, so probably going to try and pick on a guard squad and make them fail a morale check for a nice early point and first strike perhaps. So shenanigans, not shenanigans really. So this guy's dropped down 9 inches away from both these units. Obviously we can't see him behind this crate to do any overwatch because we can't overwatch this guy. This guy's hopped over after doing his pre-move game. The aggressors are all in here on the bottom floor of the ruins. The characters are pushed up behind. These scouts have moved up, they're within 3 of that. There's a dude just there, so he's definitely within 3. Pretty much remain stationary here. A little bit of shuffling down there with the Centurions who don't suffer any penalties anyway. I can't remember if those guys did a little shuffle or not.
They did. They shuffled.
The Psych and the Scouts have moved up. He is in line of sight of like 2 snipers. He was always going to be in line of sight of a sniper anyway. But like you said, he just needs to try and get on the objectives. Otherwise, I'll get on them. And having me on them means he's then going to have to concentrate on getting rid of them units off them and not generate any cards himself. So he wants to put himself in a position. It is tricky. This is a very tricky situation, I think, for you. But anyway, we're going to go into the psychic again, see what he wants to do, because he has got options. Right, so mixed psychic phase, I'd say. So this guy, he did Might of Heroes on Sanguinius. And Mephiston, yeah, and he tried Veil of Time on this guy for reroll charges. That didn't go off. I wasn't in deny range. Mephiston did Wings on himself to jump over there. He tried Quickening or Blood Rage at Quickening, but he failed. I was in deny range, but he actually failed. He didn't want to CP it. And this guy was only in range just of this squad, so he did a smite, killed one, and Tenebrous Curse, and killed another one. So they like halved all their movement and everything, this squad. And we've lost 2 models. So I think what we'll do, because the aggressors can't see out the bottom floors of the ruins. Don't forget, obviously, guns that don't need line of sight like mortars can. So there's not going to be a lot of firepower from down here. There's very few units, apart from the Thunderfire cannons and the snipers and stuff, that are in range. So with that, you know, this guy's maybe got a cheeky grenade that he can throw at one of these sentinels and stuff. We'll maybe do all the small arms off camera and come back with the things like the las cannons and stuff.
Awesome.
Right, we're going to cover some of the small arms. So there's basically the assassins and the centurions left. So we tried a grenade down here, hit, failed to wound. Both this bolter squad and these guys opened up into this squad, as did the Thunderfire cannon, and have killed 8 of them. The first Thunderfire cannon. The second Thunderfire cannon, he hummed hard about mortar squads. But he actually went for the Hellhound. He didn't use any stratagems or anything. He actually caused 3 wounds on it, which is decent. A good start, a good tickly start. So personally, I'd have maybe want to finish off a squad for the CP in the first strike, which is vitally important, because I could spend points to deny him that, basically. But he didn't want to take my advice. Well, he's got to take my advice. But I think that, you know, like I said, that will get you first kill point, first strike, troops. That was a 3-pointer unit. It could die, it could melt in morale, but I think what he's doing is trying to force me to spend CP.
I also have psychological welfare.
Yeah, so he wants us to get that. Yeah, he wants us to try and do the morale check. Yeah, yeah. So I understand that it's there. Obviously, he's thinking about charge units down here, which is why I was taking off the closest models first. He's got a lot of charges still on. Like I said, the Centurions. Tricky point with the assassin is this guy can only really see the tank down here in some infantry squads for now. This guy can see pretty much everything except the characters behind my tanks. So he's really humming and hawing about whether to target what turbo penetrator rounds, if he's going to use it or not.
Aye.
And obviously you can fire twice at a different target. So one could turbo penetrate at the tank, then shoot something else. But if it's this one, he's going to be pretty much wasted. I don't know. Well, let him have a think. So the Centurions are all going at this guy. So he's got 6 las cannons. They've all hit because they don't get any minuses. Yeah, no, he said no, you were there. He wound on 3s, yeah, T8. That's not bad. That's 5 wounds.
That's a minus.
That'll be a -4. Yeah, which I will still get a save because I've prepared positions. Yeah. So we've got 4. At -3. Well, effectively -2 from our prepared position. So we're looking for 5 ups. So we passed 1, we failed 3, and then we're looking for a 6 up. No. So there's 4 gone through, unless I decide to CP. You know what? I want to CP one of the 5 ups. No. So do I get that back? Because I'm going back through. No. So I'm another CP down, and there's 4d6 worth of damage gone through. Oh, it's a dead Russ. Yes, I should have kept the CP for this. Does it blow up? No, it doesn't. It's a 5. That is a character model though. If that made any... Oh no, you picked troops, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. So that's gone. Boosh. Which might open up a few characters now. So this girl can now see these 2 Psychers downfield there. So she's going to go... She's going to shoot one and probably spend a strat to shoot the other.
Right, so I need 2 to hit, and then 2 to wound.
Yeah, because the infantry. So it's a hit. It's a no wound. Right, that's the CP coming in this turn. He's pretty much dead if you get him, like. Oh, Scott's dice are back. Right, are you spending a CP to shoot the other one? Because you're down to 3 CP now, aren't you?
Yeah, double kill.
Yep, double kill. So his next Psyker, it's a hit. This time it is a wound. My normal armor's 5, so I don't get any save. I've got no invulnerable saves, no cover saves against it. So you're going straight for the D3 damage.
D3 damage.
Is 1, and then go for your headshot. So we've got 1 wound on him. You need 3 up. 3 up. Not on.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's took 2 wounds. 2 wounds. So he took it on the guy that had Psychic Barrier. That's for obviously increasing something saved by 1. So he's got the Assassin down here now. Turbo Penetrate around, did you say, at the Russ? Which you can't see. Or are you just going to go and pick on a guard squad? I think literally, it's a shame because obviously you didn't want to move her, you wanted to keep her still, but opportunities haven't arisen to shoot. Oh, there's the assassin. She can shoot the other assassin.
Yeah, I'll go for the other assassin.
Go for this assassin down here.
So hitting on 2.
Yeah.
Wounding on 2.
Oh, 3 1s with assassins. I'll show you how assassins work in my turn.
I know you will.
No, I won't. That was unlucky. Anyway, look, it's not turnover. You've got a lot of units in a good charge range. So we'll jump straight to the assault phase. Shooting was a bit of a disappointment. But hey, you've done stuff. You know what I mean. So, right. Are you starting with non-Overwatch guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's he going for both? Is he going for every unit within 12 inches?
That's a good idea, yes.
Correct. Right, roll.
Every unit within 12 inches. And then see what I get.
Exactly.
I'm actually thinking...
That's the best thing to do, because then you can choose. Yeah. So he's got 5 will get him. He can. It's not a failed charge.
So it's only if you feel you can reroll it.
Yeah, you have to tell me that's what it says, because if it's not 5 inches, it isn't a failed charge. But we'll have a check. Right. So he's got there. So with his pile in, which he does it later, he'll be able to get in and swing on both if he wanted to. Are you going this guy next?
Into them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I can't see you for Overwatch. So you know it's a 9-inch charge.
Yeah, a 9-inch charge, and he's got no rerolls.
Yeah, and the relic is reroll failed. Oh, he's in. Are you just going straight?
Straight.
Do you want to go like to the side or in the middle where you can potentially hit both as well?
Yeah, in the middle. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Right, Mephiston, who is on the ground floor, he's not on the top. We'll point that out. So I can't see him for Overwatch.
Mephiston's going to want to tag.
Everyone within 12 inches again?
No, because.
Why?
Because he can be overwatched.
I can't see you in the ground floor of the ruin.
So that negates that.
Exactly, that's what I was saying before when you went downstairs.
Everyone within 12 inches.
Always learning. Yeah, unless I had a gun that didn't need line of sight.
Yeah.
Flamers do need line of sight.
Yeah.
If you're charging the mortar squad, I could still shoot you, but you're not.
So he gets to reroll. No, that was
Veil of Time, which failed. Yeah. So he's got basically he's a few inches away. I think it's like 6 or something like that. We'll see what he gets and see who he's going to pick. 5. I tell you what, let's measure up because you might want to CP that. Right, so he is going to CP. He needs a 7 to contact the guard squad. It's a 6. But Mephiston's safe-ish. He's in the ground floor of a ruin.
I'm going to throw these dice away. Games Workshop make the worst dice ever.
I can maybe mortar him to death. That would be interesting. Because all the closest things now are just characters. But anyway, I think that's it, isn't it? For charges, there was nothing else.
No.
Right, so we'll go into the combat phase. We could have 2 dead sentinels.
Yeah.
Right, so Scott's starting with this guy.
So he's only got 4 attacks, but he's hitting on 2s.
Hits on 2s, re-rolling 1s. So they all hit, and he'll be wounding on... Normally it would be 3s, but he's a Blood Angel, so 2s. So they all wound.
At -3.
No save, 3 damage flat. Do I blow up? I do. So that's a mortal wound to everyone. I think. Yeah, just a mortal wound with everyone within 3, I think. So that wasn't too great, but anyway...
So he gets 5 attacks because he charged.
We did do the Death Company, but Scott rolled a 5, so he didn't save it. So yeah, 5 attacks on this guy. He's hitting on 3s, can't reroll the 2s, but he can reroll the 1s. That's 3. He again, Blood Angel, so he'll be wound on 2s. So he's got 2 wounds, which is enough to kill it. It's got 5 wounds left and no save. So does this guy blow up? This would be nice if this guy blows up. No. I'm not sure there's a strat to auto-explode. That was his thinking. It should have checked.
Reroll it.
So that guy can now push forward 3 inches if he wants to. He might do, he might not. We'll see.
So I've got 2 kill points there for the 2 sentinels.
Yeah, so Scott's just tottling up his points that turn. 2 extra kill points for the sentinels.
Now, based on morale checks, that would be the end of my turn.
Holy dory. So in the morale phase, what we forgot to mention before as well, with the wings being able to reroll failed the charge dice. Obviously, he didn't want to reroll the 4. He wanted to keep it because it was a good score, so he chose a command point. But it didn't go off anyway. And what I've done, I've spent 2 CP to keep these guys in the fight rather than roll it, because otherwise that would be another infantry kill point and another kill point, putting Scott really far ahead. Because I've got...
Not that far.
I'm looking like I'm in a good position, but I've got a lot of threats I need to deal with. So it's going to be an important turn for the guard as well, I think. So we'll come back after my movement. No, I'm kidding. I'm just waiting, Scott. So there's a load of people here have stayed still. This group of stuff have come out, obviously contemplating getting further up that way. These have just moved for now. This little squad of 2 men that I saved have moved in. They're an inch away from Mephiston. Still within 3 of the objective. And the other guys have moved forward. I can't really deal with Mephiston other than mortar squads, I think, at the minute, because he's a character. What else has happened? The Hellhound got healed at the end of the turn by the Tech Priest down here. These guys advanced over. The Commander just moved up, as did the Commissar. He's within 6 of both squads. These have just stayed still for now. Actually, you know what I'll do? They're all going to jump up onto here. we'll have a look, because I might be able to get some shots off with them. So yeah, we did move them up. Basically, we're still covered to the back line. My card to do as well was hold the line. Typical guard card, can't score in the first turn. And yeah, so this squad just moved up, because obviously we haven't done any orders yet. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. We're going to start with a 3-wound Psyker, who's going to smite. I am definitely in deny range, but I should be over 12 away.
Yeah, the next one.
So I'm going to CP the 2, just because I've got a feeling you're going to deny it. So it's a 6, so you're going to attempt to deny that. Yeah. Do I get the CP back? I don't, so I'll knock another one off. Oh man. Mephiston doesn't deny unless you CP. No. Yeah, well I haven't rolled yet, so it's D3 on Death Company Doodle. Oh, it's the full 3. You knew this might happen if he got in though. So he's down to 1 wound. The next Psyker is going to do exactly the same. We're going to try. This is the 2 wounded one, just in case how bad happens. Right. Did I CP? I didn't I? So yeah, it goes off on a 5. Mephiston can deny 2, can't he? Or does he deny 1?
To 6.
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, doesn't go off. Correct, yeah, because I'm not Brotherhood of Psychers. So that doesn't go off. Well spotted. You can tell I haven't played in a while.
No, that's right.
I think that's it for my psychic phase. So we're going to go into shooting. We've got obviously mortars, las guns and everything down here and orders to do. So it might take a while. I'll come back after we've done that stuff and just do a review, I think.
2 up.
So these squad done first. They didn't have first rank, second rank fire. Not everyone could see, but we've got 2 wounds on the captain. So he's got 2 2-ups. He's got a 6-up. Unless you CP the... Well,
no,
do you want to CP it? No, not on a wound. So they managed to kill him, which was important because this squad, who've been first rank, second rank fire, all within rapid fire. This guy. This squad also had first rank, second rank fire from the same commander. This guy, just to do the orders, when he did them, he's got reroll 1s to hit. This guy's within range of Hawker inside the building, so he's going to pop smoke and shoot, because he'll get his reroll 1s. The other squad over there did move. Haven't issued a second order yet from Strachan.
That was first strike.
Yeah.
A kill point for the
character,
and then a kill point for the unit.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with Strachan's other one. I might issue the priest to move. Ah, nah, I can't because he's not thinking. Oh no, sorry, he did the reroll 1s to hit on the mortar squad. Yeah, in the building. So the mortar squad in here aren't affected. These guys aren't affected, but there's lots of other stuff. So I'm going to work my way around and just do all the small arms fire. Obviously these guys are going to pump into this guy because we can't see Mephiston, and there's the flame tank there as well. So actually we'll start with the flame tank. So the Hellhound's opened up 7 shots. I can re-roll a dice, but I'm going to just keep it at that for now. I think it's 7 because I don't want to be greedy. And wounds on 3s. So we've got 5 wounds on the captain, who'll be on his 3-up storm shield. And then we've got the Stormbolter as well, but we'll do that next. So he's dropped 2, so he's down to 2 wounds unless you CP in any of those. So the Stormbolter, I did move. I've got 2 hits. We're looking for 3s to wound. Got 1 more wound with the Stormbolter, so he'll be on his thingy one again. 3-up, in one, because it's a heavy water, sorry, -1.
Oh, heavy water.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's good. So we'll do some las guns off camera, because there's lots of las guns with first rank, second rank. So these guys managed to put 4 wounds on this guy, so 3-ups. Because he's outside the cover. Yeah, he saved them all. I did say I think you'd save them all. But basically the reason I did it that way is these aren't in range of anything else. They advanced. This guy's heavy bolters and stuff are in range of this. I might be tempted now to go here. Yeah, I think we will. So this guy's going to do his heavy bolters. He has moved down here. I'm going to do the battle cannon at the... What can he see? Let's have a look. I haven't even checked to see what I can see. What am I playing at? We'll do the battle cannon at the scouts over there on the objective. No, over there, because I need to shift them off to make sure I score it. So we'll do the battle cannon over there, and we'll do the las cannon. We'll go for a sneaky las cannon shot at this guy. Why not? So I'll tell you what, the las cannon hitting on a 4, 3 because I'm a tank commander, -1 because I moved. Hits, 2 to wound. Does wound. You've got a 3-up in one. Oh, are you CP in that one? Got 2 CP left.
No.
No. D6 damage. He's gone. Melted. So we've got D6 shots because I did move the full math distance with a battle cannon. 1 re-rollable because he's Catachan to 2. Very nice. 2 shots. We'll take that. 4s to hit the scouts. Actually 5s because the Raven Guard on there. So we've got no hits. Right. We're going to have a think now about what we want to do. We'll have to have a good think. Basically, this infantry squad's going to do some shots at these scouts because they've got first rank, second rank fire. We'll do that off camera as well. This squad, shooting at the Raven Guard down here, hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s. We managed to get 8 wounds. Should have seen the first dice roll, it was phenomenal.
4s.
Yeah, we're looking for 4s. That's a decent save roll. Only 2 have gone down. That's what you needed. We'll have a look to see if there's any other... See, I've got so many things to shoot, haven't I? It's ridiculous, really. Right. The first mortar squad is going to go at those scouts. Actually, we'll do that mortar squad at the scouts. So we've got 3d6 shots with the mortars because these guys reroll 1s. Right, I'm going to reroll one of these because it's a random with the Catachan. Nice. So we've got 4. And we've got 2 and 1. So these are hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s. So we've got 2 hits. We're wounding on 4s. 1 wound on the scouts. Yep, you've saved. You know what? The second mortar squad's gonna go for the same unit. So 3d6. I'm gonna reroll this one. So it's 11. This is where your Raven Guard stuff is coming in handy. It's making the hits not happen. See, that happened. There was a 2 1s, sorry, so I'll just reroll these dice. Oh, they both translate to hits. We're looking for 4s to wound. 2 wounds this time, 2 more 4-ups. We'll drop another one this time. Right, I'll have to have a think now and see what's doable and what's in range. I think the Commissar here's bolter should be in range, 24. It'll be a single shot. He's hit. It's a wound. Saved.
I'm going to start using his red dice all the time.
Yeah, the priest has got an auto cannon, so he's probably going to go at them.
Auto cannon?
An auto cannon, I mean gun. Oh, he's hit. He's wounded. You've got another 4-up. And I'll probably go at you with the whatever's in range from thingy as well. Just striking. Yeah, just a save. Nope, so he doesn't knock the scout down. Right, I'm going to have a look around now and see, because the guns are pretty much done down here and all the little arms here, but we may have the odd little gun here and there we can do. Alright, so we're going to come over and do one of the tanks now. This guy's going to put his battle cannon and his las cannon into the Centurions, and he's going to put his heavy bolters into those scouts. I'm going to roll down here where there's more room. So we've got the heavy bolters. He didn't move, so he's hitting on 3s, and he's can reroll 1s because Harker's there.
-1.
Sorry, -1. So he's hitting on 4s, so that's missed. It's a pretty good hit roll. 3s to wound. There's 4 wounds at -1. Oh, gone a bit blurry. 4 wounds at -1, so 4 5-ups on the last 2 scouts. Oh, they're gone. That's another kill point. And more importantly, I'm going to... Unless at the start of your turn you're not going to be holding that objective because that troop unit's within 3. Then we've got the battle cannon. So because I didn't move, I get to fire it twice for grind in advance. So I'll roll the 2 dice together. So I'm going to re-roll the 2 for the random number of shots. So I've got the same, 5. I've not rolled hot for the guns yet. So we're looking for 4s because you're more than 12 inches away. Re-rolling 1s. They miss. Get 2 hits. Strength 8, so 3 5s, 3s. 2 wounds. 2 wounds at -2, but you're in cover, so you'll be 4 3-ups. Yep. Yep, they're good. And the las cannon as well. Hits. Does wound, so that one's a -3, so you'll be on a 4-up in cover. That's another save, yeah, you're doing quite good. Oh, which leaves the Manticore. But he's done his job, he's cleared them out. See those guys, those Centurions are going to be hitting on pretty good. They hit on 3s, don't they? -1 because I've smoked B4s. The Manticore's going to go for the aggressors. I think they're just going to be too much of a threat because it's the only thing I can shoot at them I can see. Or do I go for Mephiston because he is now the closest target to a Manticore. I think I'm just going to have to leave Mephiston and let him do what he wants. Yeah, I need to get rid of some aggressors. So 2d6 from one of the missiles. 2d6 shots. Oh, right, we'll reroll the 1. 4, this isn't good. We're looking for 4s because they're not Raven Guard, are they?
No.
Reroll 1s because Hawker's within range. Right. And these are strength 10, so 2s to wound. They all wound. I'm sure it's -2. Yeah, so saves of a 4 up. So we drop 1. It's D3 damage. These have got 2 wounds apiece. It kills an aggressor with a rocket. Leaving it with 3 rockets for the game. That's about as good as I could have done really. I probably wouldn't have even hurt Mephiston, I don't think. He'd have been on a 3 up armor save.
Toughness 6 at the minute.
Yeah, so probably wouldn't have done as good.
Not that it matters for strength 10.
Right, assassins. My assassins now. Right, to be honest with you, the main priority targets are gone, the 2 smashy dudes, and they can't see Mephiston anyway. So the first one, who's down, they can both see this one. No, this one, who can only see this one, is going to shoot here. So he hits on a 2. He wounds on a 2. He wounds. See, that's how you do it. That's a 6. And because you're a character...
Is that... Yeah, that's D6.
You don't get invulnerable saves or cover saves. So because you're a character, it's D6 wounds.
Yeah, it's D6 wounds.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, read it and weep. I hate Vindicar. Vindicars are horrible.
Yeah, invulnerable saves cannot... Yeah.
So basically, they're the best things at killing themselves there are. So it's D6 wounds on the Vindicar for 3. He's got 5, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the headshot ability is a 3. And then headshot ability, you got him, 5. So now I'm going to spend a CP to shoot with him again. Do I get it back? I haven't got one back yet. I do. So I keep that CP and I'm going to shoot your next assassin. So on a 2, I missed. Have I CP I haven't CP command rerolled a hit, have I, in the shooting phase? No. So we'll CP that. I can't get it back because I got it back. So we've hit. Do I wound? I do. Again, you're going to get no save because it's a 4 up invuln. And did I have armor? But it would be negated.
Yeah, D3.
So it's D3 damage for 3. Headshot. Yeah. 4 wounds. Headshot. Got him. 2. See, I told you I'd show you how assassins work.
Oh, I've got your blue cap on. Yes,
right.
Thanks.
Which leaves me with 2 Vindicar assassins left. So the first one is going to go at... Let's take out some of this psychic... I mean, you know what? I'm tempted to go for the Centurions. Just on normal shots because you're infantry, aren't you? And you've got a 2 up armor. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you don't get the benefit of cover. So it'll be -3, you'll go up to a 5 up save. That could pop a Centurion each. Or I can go for the Psyker. In this instance, I'm going to go for the Centurion. So the first one, well, we'll do one at a time. Hits. Doesn't wound. So that's it. I've spent my CP. The second one, yeah, I'm going to go for a Centurion again. Missed. Missed, you see? It whiffs. I'm happy though. Taking out your 2 snipers was big. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's... You'll be happy to know that is the end of my shooting phase. So I don't know what I scored. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, I can tell you. Right,
Okay.
you got first strike.
Yeah.
For a point. It was a kill point for the unit and then also a kill point because he was in HQ.
Yeah.
Then you got the other Blood Angel Captain, which was a kill point for the unit and a kill point for the HQ.
Yeah.
And you got the Scouts and the 2 Assassins. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 points. But I think I'm maxed out on kill points now, aren't I? Can't get any more than 6, you said?
One more unit you can get.
1 more I can get. Okie dokie.
It's 8 to 4 going into turn 2.
Turn 2. Right, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth. It's turn 2. Am I charging Mephiston? No way. I'm staying there because he can't get 100%.
Right, okay.
He can't get out through a building through units. He's going to have to come out through the side or something, which he probably will.
He can fly. He's got
Right, yeah, he can fly, I know. But I don't want to go in there and give him 10 free kills. I'm sitting on an objective. I'm sitting pretty. And it denies you for the start of the turn. So basically, when we're going to pause it up for your turn 2, you can't generate that because they're troops. It's, yeah, you're going to generate 2 cards and see what you get. And are you ditching your other card from Psychological Warfare?
No, I think Psychological Warfare is one that I can manage.
Because you don't have to lose it to get cards, I think it's worth keeping it, definitely, 100%. So Marine turn 2, the new card, he's got, obviously, psychological warfare. Secure 3, which is good. The scouts are going to get him that. But the other one was Secure 2, which is actually the one Scott placed, which is all the way down here. Which is obviously not going to happen this turn because, like I said, we're all screened everywhere. Unless you did some really good shenanigans and murdered 1 million people in this building, which you've got Thunderfire cannons to clear stuff out. But I think you've got other pressing targets as well. So we'll come back after the movement and psychic phase, maybes. Maybes do the psychic phase depending on how important it is. Let's see how we get on. So because this guy still had wings, until the start of his psychic phase he's got fly, so he can jump over the infantry unit, which is fine. Obviously he'd then disappear, these little fairy wings. But plenty more shenanigans to go. Right, so that took Scott forever. But basically the Tech Marines shimmied over to get out of line of sight of some assassins and in line of sight of others. But best he can do with some bad decisions really. This guy's dropped out. Oh, zoom back in. He's 9 inches away from that mortar squad. He wants to try and get rid of my line of sight ignorers. Everyone lying down on here is on the bottom floor, just to make it simple. So the aggressors advanced, obviously went up onto the top floor to give them some fields of fire. The Psyker, the characters and the captain are all down below, still within 3 because it's a vertical distance. The Fiston, as we've seen, sort of hopped over in the movement phase. The Psyker shimmied over in a standstill from there. I think the scouts shuffled back slightly with some guys just to make sure that they're still within 3 of this objective. So it's a psychic phase. Yeah, I'm sort of wishing I had my dude on the field now, like, but he's not for the -2s. But we'll have to see what we can do. So let's Scott have a good think and maybe he's come back with just a review, I think, to speed things up.
Command points.
Right. Scott's going to start with a smite. Obviously, these guys are visible to each other on the ground floor of the ruin, so he's got a 5. So I'm going to attempt to deny with my furthest forward Psyker. They're both in range, but furthest forward. I'm going to CP that one. No, it doesn't deny it, so it goes off at D3. Do I get the CP back? D3. I do, so I'll not take it off.
3.
So 3, so that's a squad gone that are in there. They were sitting pretty within 3. I do have another squad, but they're about to eat a lot of bolter fire, I think. So that's a kill point. The reason I did that, that's a kill point for Scott, and he's got troops as you could basically choose it, the heavy support, I've mentioned it at the start, or you can counteract it for another one in case anybody didn't take heavy support options, just to make sure you've got some chance of scoring killies. So Might of Heroes is a second power on Mephiston. It's a 2 and a 1. It doesn't go off. Oof.
And
so you're on to Mephiston.
So I'll do him next.
Alright, yeah. I keep forgetting.
I'll do Tenebrous Curse on the Hellhound.
Okay, I think I'm going to be happy to let this go off if it does go off. So he is within 18, we're pre-measured before.
Yeah, and line of sight thing in it, so...
It's a 6, isn't it, the curse? Yeah. His powers are pretty good because they're quite easy-ish to cast.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's now half its movement, advance and charge rolls.
And a mortal wound.
And a mortal wound, which we'll take off in a sec.
And what was the other one?
You've got Smite or Mind Raid.
Mind Raid. Right,
there are some characters nearby as well. Get this. So we're going to try and Mind Wipe. He's going to go on the Priest because basically he's leadership 9, he's leadership 8, he's leadership 7. The mortal wound doesn't really matter as much. I'd probably have to roll. I don't know, you can't do it in the psychic phase. The nicking wounds, I don't think so. So I'm not going to do it anyway, but it basically gives you a better chance of nicking a command point.
Yeah, that's basically what
it is. So it goes off on a 6. It does go off. You know what, I'm going to let it go because I'm going to try and deny him one of Mephiston's powers.
So it's...
Mortal wound, and you roll 3 dice.
3d6 to get over his leadership.
Yeah, you need over 7 on 3 dice.
7?
You need over it or beat it or match it. Scott, man.
If the result is equal or higher.
You like to make your job hard, don't you? Right, so you've got a command point back. Very nice. So we've got 1 deny left down here. He's just
quickening first.
And quickening is the extra attacks, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, go on then. What do you need?
I need it more. I need it more than less than that. Quickening is a challenge of 7.
That's extra attacks, isn't it? Extra 1 attack, is it?
Attacks.
You know what? I might have to let that go off. No, I'll tell you what, we'll try and... he's got enough attacks as it is, whatever he picks on, he's going to kill anyway. So we'll just let that go, and you can do your second power. Okay. I don't think I'm going to stop that anyway.
And the second power is Wings.
Wings.
Which is...
on the Wings of Love.
Wings is a 5.
In a way, I'm sort of hoping you get Wings. Oh god, yes. 10, right. I need an 11. No, either way I wasn't stopping any of them. So he's got Wings, fairy wings again. He can jump the way he wants to go to and pick on some nice tasty targets. So he's jumped up here on the top floor. So this guy's just shot and killed one with his bolt pistol. These guys haven't moved, so they're going to do rapid fire with a bolter rounds against the squad down here. What I'm going to do this command point to do take cover, so it adds 1 to my save.
Okay.
So I'll be on effectively a 4 up armour, but obviously you're going to give us a -1.
Okay, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling for the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a good job you put that captain next to them guys. Right, so that's a bit better. Wounding on 3s.
6s is -2.
Yeah.
No.
Looks like 4.
4.
So 4 be 4 ups, -1, 5 ups because I've used the strat. So we've dropped another 3.
Just line them down again, yeah.
So the squad of 2 guys on the top are going down here. Obviously they don't suffer the penalties to advancing, and all their guns are assault weapons. So they're within 18, but they did move, so it's only going to be 6 shots per man plus a d6.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you what, we'll do this off camera. It's a lot of dice still. So because they're shooting at more guys than there is of them, they're going to be +1 to the hit roll. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, 19 dice. Yeah, it's going to be a dead unit. They do still have a strat in play though, so hopefully there's no minuses to these guns. I might get some saves. So Scott got 11 wounds. We're looking for normally 5 up, but the strat still in play 4 ups. Managed to save a few, 2, 4, 5. That might be the squad. 7. Yeah, it should be the squad.
6 left.
Yeah, so that's it. They're gone. We'll sort that out in a second. I'll give you another kill point as well. Some good shooting. So this squad up here, yeah, I'll go down into this squad. They can all see, we'll show you from like this angle down here. Look, they can see these guys down here. Do that little window slot there. So
this is the 3d3?
3d6.
3d6, sorry.
Grenades on the top.
Right.
So there's an extra 10, 6 each. That's 8. That's 28 shots. The captain's down there. They'll be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 3s. We'll do this off camera. So that many. Re-rolling the 1s is all bar 1 hit. So he's got, what do I say, 16 wounds or something like that. And he's save on 5s, and there's 10 guys. So there's 2, 4 saves. He got 16. That means there's 12 wounds in there. So that's the squad gone as well. So that's good work there. That's the maximum kill points allowed for the game at 6. They do get it for the troops still though. So that's another good scoring from Scott. I think he's got his Thunderfires left, and his Centurions are the only things in range. This guy's pistol, we'll just measure out range and stuff, so we'll let him have a think about what he's going to do with these Thunderfires. Well, there's Mephiston as well, he's got a pistol.
He would have to shoot.
You could always overcharge. I know you like overcharge on Mephiston's pistol. On a tank that's -1 to hit, you could always go for it. So Mephiston did shoot the tank. I didn't want to record it because he would have burnt something else. He did go for the tank with smoke, didn't overcharge, he rolled a 2. If he did overcharge, he'd be gone. So he missed anyway because obviously the smokes. But he's going for, what did you say you're going for now?
Thunderfire cannon.
The Thunderfire cannon number 1.
I'm going to shoot the Hellhound.
Yeah, so you're saying this one, it doesn't matter, they don't need line of sight just for the Matrix yet. Yeah, the Hellhound.
Yep, I'm going to use Tenebrous Curse on it.
The other strat. Sorry, yeah. So you're going down to 2 CP, so I'm halved and halved again if I want to move, basically.
One for Tremor Shell, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 for Tremor Shell. If you get a hit, which you've got 43 shots, you should get a hit.
Yeah, I get to reroll because of the commander.
They're not your hits, that's your number of shots.
Sorry,
so you've got 7 shots.
Aye, D3.
Yeah. That would be nice if there were D6s. All of a sudden Thunderfire cannons would be back in the game.
Right, so, yeah.
Right, so you're hitting on 3s, you can reroll. Right, so there's your hit. So I've basically got half movement and a half again of Tenebrous Curse and the Tremor Shell strat. Right, so you've got that many hits. You'd normally wound on a 5, but it's -1 to the wound roll because of the strat, so it'll be 6s to wound the tank. So we don't get any wounds, but it was more about slowing it down. He didn't want it. To be honest, it's probably going nowhere anyway. It's just going to flame as many things as it can. But yeah, he doesn't want it coming in, getting nasty shots on this guy, or going backwards and getting shots on Mephiston or whatever.
And then these 4...
43 shots from the second one.
Go for... I'll go for these mortar guys though.
Yeah, the mortar guys in the bottom of the buildings. We're just saying before as well that ruins, obviously these are like solid tops, so you cannot see the people below if you're on the top as well, which is going to be, it's quite interesting for the game. It's a nice little dynamic. So 6 shots with this one. Yeah, 6 shots.
No.
It's D3, 2, 2, 2, 1 and 1.
Sorry mate, aye. 1, 2. roll that many dice.
That's the problem where you sort of like to just become one.
Right, so hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
We roll and misses.
It's not bad, 5 hits. You only miss once. Wounding on 3s. Strength 5, toughness 3. We've got 3 wounds at -1, so we're looking for 6s, 5s because we're in the cover. It would be nice if Thunderfire Cannons ignored the cover. That would be an next little boost. So I've made 1 save, 2 wounds is a dead mortar crew. We'll move that out in a minute because there's stuff on top of the building. So basically your Centurions to have a think about what those guys are going to go at. So the Centurions are coming down at the tank commander who's smoked up. So we're doing all guns. So las cannons will be hitting on 4s now, can't reroll the 3s. Oh, that's handy though. Oh, a couple of misses there with the 3s though. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Is there a CP coming into play here? Yeah. Actually, have you used the CP reroll?
In the shooting phase.
No, because you did the strat.
I was tremor shell.
Yeah. So you're down to 1 CP. He's looking for a 3 up on a wound on this tank. Come on. Yes, there's the 2 wounds. Right, we're looking for saves of 6. Nope, so it's 2d6 damage. 8, right, that's got 4 wounds left.
And then it's
and then you've got the missiles.
D3 in it, missiles each.
Yeah. So 6 shots of the missiles.
5, 6.
So actually just double checking, I did think the missiles were a little bit shorter range at 36, which literally the closest guy stops here. And now we've just had to measure up because this, even though they can't see this, it was like 28 inches away or something, and this guy's like 29.5. So the missiles, because he's killed everything else, actually don't have a valid target.
That's the second turn they haven't even got off.
Hey, look, they
didn't shoot at the first.
They deleted a Lehman Russ turn 1. That was unlucky there because you rolled. They should have basically deleted that as well. Maybe you should have moved them in hindsight. That would have made the big difference, I think.
It would, or
it would have. That would have made the difference. I think you're used to the idea of keeping them safe, but they're in range of the guns I need to shoot them with anyway. So in hindsight, probably should have moved them. But it is what it is, isn't it? And the tank was smoked up to help protect it anyway. So I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it for shooties. So it's charge phase. Right. Okay. Do you want to have a think? Because we've got a lot of potential stuff, even guys in the ruins and stuff like that can potentially go through. So I'll tell you what, have a good think about what you want to do and we'll come back. As Scott's helpfully pointed out, everyone here advanced, so they're not charging. This guy's going to go for the mortar team. Are you going to roll that first?
Yeah.
I'll do Overwatch and stuff off camera because obviously the mortars can shoot him. But he's got 3d6 to make a 9-inch charge. Yeah, so he's in. We'll just push him right up because there's no space to get in anyway. And then he's humming and hawing now about Mephiston. Because he's got lots of options. He's got a tank. He doesn't want to declare... Actually, you could declare everyone because the bottom floor can't shoot up. I can't see you. Mm-hmm. So you could declare everyone, but you don't want to...
Well, if I go... there's a mortar squad there.
There's a gap about here. Look, I'll show you. We're going to lift it off. Because we'll keep that in play.
All right.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. That's the handiness of it. So
if I go here, right next to that wall...
Within an inch, you can attack the mortar squad there. But
can I attack...
I'll tell you what, we know where he is. He's on the edge of the thingy. Yeah, you get within an inch of both there. So you could, but the mortar squad will be able to overwatch. I'm not saying I'll kill you. You've got a 2-up armor.
Well, yeah.
Decisions. I tell you what. While you're thinking about it, I'll do some overwatch on the assassin. Let you have a think. So Mephiston is going to multi-charge both these squads. I'm going to use defensive gunners on the tank, so it'll overwatch on a 5 and 6. It doesn't get the double fire as battle cannon in Overwatch. It's only in its shooting phase, so that's something. So I'll take my command points off for that because I've already got them back this turn. I think we'll do some Overwatch. Do you want to roll the dice to see if Mephiston gets in? I don't think you can fail, but it's about how far you want to move, really.
I get a reroll because of wings as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can fail. He's passed because it's 3. He flies. Yeah, so he's made it in. We'll do all the Overwatch off camera. If there's anything funny, like the lads kind of manages to hit you, we'll come back and see if we can get that. Right, this guy is fine. Mephiston's made it in on his charge. Obviously, we'll put the roof back on in a second. 2 mortar rounds hit, wounded. He passed his 2-up saves. Now, we've just rolled to hit and wound. I'll show you what the hit roll was. That was the las cannon, and that was the battle cannon. After the number hits, I got 5 shots and rolled 3 hits like that. Then we've rolled a wound, and we actually wounded with everything without having to use a CP reroll. So, Mephiston has got 3 saves at -2 and a save at -3 to make. So he's looking at 3 4-ups and a 5 up. So you're out of command points in terms of rerolls and stuff, so you really need to make these to keep my fisting in. He's basically He-Man at the minute, he's supered up with everything.
4 ups. Well, Mighty Heroes would have helped a little bit, but...
Well, not for the wound roll yet.
Not that much.
So he's dropped 2. That's not the end of the world. This is the important one with the las cannon. He's made the las cannon save. So he's dropped 2. 2d3. How many wounds has he got?
He's got 5.
5, I think. Maybe 6.
Yes, he's 5.
Right, that's 2. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to use my CP to reroll that one. 4. He's down to 1 wound. He's down to 1 wound. Right, so he's back up to 3 wounds because obviously he gets his feel no pain, which I reminded Scott about. No. He's like, I'm sure. No.
What am I doing here?
But yes, he's got 2 of his wounds back. A pretty good feel no pain roll there. So we're going to go in. Obviously I can pay to interrupt, which would be stupid. But I've done stupid things before.
He's attacking first.
Yeah, I thought you might go down there.
Right, so I get 2 extra, 2d3. So quickening is d3 attacks.
Yeah.
Red Rampage is an extra d3 attack.
So, yeah.
Obviously, quickening should have been an extra d3 on the charge as well.
Well, you made it in anyway, that you've got your target. So 2d3 extra attacks. So he's got an extra, you can't argue with that. It's 4 attacks. That's nice.
8,
so how are you splitting these?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4. And he's got...
Actually, you know what? What I'm going to have to decide at the end of the charge phase, because you need to pile in. Just going to have a look. The Commissar might move backwards and punch. Yeah, he's out of range. I think he's about 3.5 inches out.
How far he work?
Yeah, because I was thinking about get in and cause.
So who am I in with?
You're in with a mortar squad here.
Yep.
And you're in with a tank.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I could have done, if these characters were a little bit closer, I'd have probably piled them all in, got some free hits on you, then ran away in my turn, which is the tactical genius thing to do, or the cowardly thing, whichever way you want to look at it.
Do 3 on the mortar squad.
3 on the 2-man mortar squad, yeah.
And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the Lehman Russ.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll do the mortar squad first. Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
And pretty much killing on 2s.
Yeah, my strength is like 10 or something, isn't it? Plus.
His strength is 10.
Yeah. So you wound on 2s anyway. You can add 1 to the wound roll because he's a blood angel.
Minus 3, d3. So
it's the d3s basically. If you roll bad on the d3s, so they all wound. So it's 3d3 because you could roll 1, 1, and 1, and then it'd have a wound left.
Right.
No, so they're dead. So we'll get rid of them mortar teams, but the attacks on the Lehman Russ.
Right. Again, hitting on 2s.
Yep. Smoke doesn't help it in the fighty phase.
Wounding on 2s again.
10s would be 3s, normally 2s because you're a blood angel. Yeah. So it's 4 wounds at -3, you said, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's made 1, so 3 go through.
Yeah, it's d3 damage.
3d3. He's got 4 wounds left. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does he blow? I'm going to have to check to see if I've got a strat to make sure I can. Right, so what we're going to do, we forgot to do it. It could potentially kill you, but it might not. Because when he was coming in, we said, we didn't quite catch it on the camera, the Catachan special is if you're charging a Catachan infantry unit in cover or on cover, they can use defensive traps. And on a 4, it's a command point. On a 4 up, it causes D3 mortal wounds to a model within an inch, or the unit within an inch. So I need a 4 up, which I get. It's a D3 mortal wounds. So if this gets a 5 or 6, and I would have had the CP reroll, he could be dead before he does any of that. Well, potentially, because you've got your thingies. So it's 2. I would have to keep that, and you would get your 2 5 up, feel no pains. So he passed 1, so he'd have lost a wound coming in off some booby traps. He's killed the mortar crew. And he's killed the tank. Does the tank blow up? No.
Good.
So now you can do your 3-inchy. And we'll see where you end up. Right, so Scott's going to move up and tag the assassin with his 3-inch move, who is the closest, because obviously he's got fly, so he's going to ignore all the distances. So we'll get to attack there later on, but you've still got your Aversa assassin down here. We'll probably do the assassins off camera, because I'm not sure I'll manage to kill you really with your 2-up armor and stuff. So the Aversa's going through the whole door. Look at this. Let me in. Knock, knock. See the big bad wolf coming to pick on the little piggies. So we'll take the lid off so people can see it's ram packed with mortar crew in there.
Okay. Sorry. Nice.
You little piggy.
Hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s. -1.
He's using his gauntlet. Yeah. So he gets a reroll failed wounds as well, doesn't he? Yeah. So this should be a dead mortar squad, but we'll just show people what he can do, because sometimes he ends up getting... Wow. I said we'll show people what he can do, not what he's... So he wounds on 3s, reroll and failed. Right, reroll and failed. So that's 3 wounds at -1, makes him a 6-up save. So we've lost a mortar, but that's a model killed, so he gets another attack. Because it's a model. Oh well, you'll have to check his special rules on that, because a mortar team is basically... Yeah. So he's got another attack.
Each time a model is slain, yeah.
Because it's not, as I've got them, it's not actually like I'd say 2 dudes on things. So he's hit again, he's wounded again. So on one of the mortar teams doesn't save. So one's lost a wound, and one base is dead. Right, we weren't going to do it on camera, but the mortar team managed to punch him back and do a wound. The assassin down there, I got 3 wounds or something. I actually did quite well. He gets 5 attacks. He's only strength 4. I hit him loads, wounded 3 times, passed all the saves on 2-up, which I thought he would. So that is the end of your turn. I don't know if he's going to consolidate. He can't really go anyway. He's touching base.
Just if he can get inside, but if he's touching base, then no.
Like literally, when I piled in, I'm there. I've just knocked on the lid. So yeah, you're where you are basically. There wouldn't have been room to get in, I don't think. So I took the back base off, and basically this guy's the wounded base. So we'll put that back on there for now. And points. What did you score on that turn?
I scored 6 kill point things. I got secure objective 3.
Yeah.
So I got a kill point for that. So I've scored.
Interesting. It's going to be a very interesting turn, this one. So Scott scores 7 points here. I don't know what cards he got, but oh, you secure 3.
Secure 3.
Yeah, that was. Oh, you've included that.
Yeah, I've included that. So I couldn't do 2, and the psychological warfare one didn't go off either.
So are you discarding any? They can't fail a morale test because the leadership's 7 and you only killed 1.
Not at this stage, because you can have a maximum of 6. I might as well stick with it.
Well, my 2 cards, I'm holding 5. I'm holding 2. So I'll draw a card to secure 2. That's handy because that's that one. Oh, nice. Death from afar. I think kill something from a unit that was wholly within my deployment zone and hold the line. So basically, stay still. That's the plan this turn. Doesn't really bowl well because I need to get out onto other objectives to score them next turn. But I've got a lot of threats close by I need to deal with. So we'll see how we can do that. Right, so movement phase is done. These guys have moved up. Assassin stayed still. These guys have moved up. We're in 3 of that objective again, as is the Commissar. This can only... Oh, ran a guy over by the looks of it. This guy can only move 3, so he moved back. He's going to be healed, so he only lost a wound, so he'll get that back regardless of what I rule. He stayed still. These guys strung out just to get within range of Harker, who'd moved out, so he's in range of both units to give them the reroll 1s. I'm going to stay in combat in the hope that I can, like, basically... Oh, sorry, aye. The Tech Priest is going to jump up because he's going to maybe jump in and help out with combat. The Commissar just jumped up, so he's got potential bolter shot at characters and stuff over here. I'll get a bit lower so you can see. Psychers have moved this way to get closer to Mephiston. Yes, they'll be within his +1 to his deny, but I'm hoping I can get some smites which will free this guy up. I've got my dudes dropped in here, 9 inches away from him, and the characters have gone rushing forwards for him as well. And that's pretty much it. I was tempted to drop him backfield, but I couldn't get close to any of the objectives anyway. And the sort of kill point stuff I've got doesn't make sense to have him. He needs to be done where the action is, in with these guys, I think, anyway. And I couldn't really, because he can't fly, being 9 inches away from Mephiston is going to be like a 12-inch charge with a 3-inch up anyway, so we couldn't help out there. So we're going to go into my psychic phase. I'm going to keep it, actually, do a start with Night Shroud. Psychic Maelstrom. Nah, because it's a 7. Right, we're going to start with Smite. We'll start with the wounded guy. Yeah, because I was debating keeping them between the 2, wasn't I? But the aggressors are coming in. So it's a 7. We'll keep that. That's good.
So I've got the
+1. You're a +1 because you're within 12.
Yes.
Denied. The other one's going to try a Smite as well. It's an 8. So you're looking for an 8 to deny. It's not denied. You've got no CP, so it's D3 mortal wounds on Mephisti. It's the 3. 3 5-ups. He's made 1. That's 2 failed. Mephiston has eaten a really bad mind bullet. So my plans work to free up the assassin. That That's good. I'll live with that as a psychic phase. We'll have some shooty phases. Basically, we'll do a lot of this off camera. All the small arms here are going to go into this guy, and then I'm going to debate where I'm going to put the flamer. This squad are pretty much out of it. They might have a couple of guys that are closer here or whatever, but the aggressors are closer to most models. We'll see what we can do. So this guy had issued, sorry, before we go on to the thing, he's for the shooting phase. We issued reroll 1s on this guy. Because I think that's a smart choice. Nothing else is sort of there really. These have been, the dude's retreated. I can't even see him now. Is he down there? Oh, there he is, company commander. So he's doing first rank, second rank fire on this unit. And that's it, because no one else is within 6. And that was it, yeah, so they just moved, and the psych is advanced. So he's re-rolling 1s, and these are getting double shots. Because I think that's it. Strachan. What's Strachan going to do? Strachan will do re-roll 1s on himself, and re-roll 1s on the minister on himself. That's all he can do, really, is nobody else within 6. So re-roll 1s on himself. So the assassin managed to hit him. I forgot what I said, didn't I? I should have used the strat to use the grenades. But anyway, we've got 5.
4.
Oh, he's dropped 3 wounds. Does he get feel no pain? Or you can use it as a strat, but you're out of CP. So he's down to 2 wounds. I might charge him. I might actually charge him. We'll move around because we've done a couple of little bit of shooties. So down here, this guy got 1 hit and a wound. Obviously, he's got no save. It's -1.
-4.
Sorry, -4, but 1 damage, yeah. Then we've got 2. We've got hit with an overcharged plasma from Strachan, so it's -3. So it's a 6 up. Nope, so he's took 2, so he's down to 3 wounds. And then we've got an auto gun hit, so he's on his normal armour. Oh, so he should have failed. Down to 2 up, and then we've got 2 Ogren hits with the grenades. I don't think there are any minuses on it. I'll double check.
Frag.
Yeah, it's a frag bomb. So it might be, but there's no minuses. Scott, man, you should have waited till I got back. Roll him again, see if you'd have been alive.
Well, obviously. No. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but as it is, it actually might benefit you because now I can't get onto it in a sort of weird way because he would have probably been dead in the charge phase.
It's
another kill point. Yeah, so I can't get any more kill points, but I got HQ. Right, so I'm going to have a good think now about my shooting phase because there's a lot potentially I could do. This, I know what's going to happen with the Lehman Russ. It has to shoot at the aggressors because it's the only thing you can see, so we'll do that. But this guy's closer to the assassin on 2 wounds. But I'm going to see how this does because I'd like to kill the assassin, but he blows up. And if that's the case, I think I'm just within 6 with this one as well, so I want to shoot this sniper first. So this sniper is going to shoot at the Centurions. So we're going to start with the Russ with the reroll 1s. So because it didn't move, 2 dice for the battle cannon. I'll reroll a 2 for a 3, so that's 8. For obviously all guns going into them. So hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of his order to himself. So we've got this many hits. Wounding on 3s because they are T5. So we've got 4 at -2, or -1 effectively, 4 4-ups. He's dropped just 1. You're rolling good for the aggressors today. So D3 damage, 3, so that's a dead aggressor. That's from the front squad, yeah, I can't see the back squad fully with it. Then we've got the las cannon, which hits. Again, wounds on a 3. It does wound. So -3 will be a 6 up, 5 up in cover. Yay. He's saved. And then we've got the heavy bowlers, rerolling 1s. And these will wound on 4s. So we've got 3 at -1, so 3 3-ups.
Yeah, 1.
So 1 wound on that one. So killed 1, knocked 1 down a wound. Oh, lots of decisions now. Lots and lots of decisions. Right, we're going to flame it. We're going to flame him with the dinghy and the heavy bolter. Yeah, we're going to flame the aggressors. So 2d6, 10. I think I'll keep that. Wounding on 3s. That's nice. We'll definitely keep that. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 at -1, which in essence becomes 3-ups again. We'll do the heavy ball. Let's see if we've got another one. So we've got another hit because it's a 4, 5 because it moved. No wounds. So just the 8. He says just 8. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
now
roll.
you're going hot. So you saved them all. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I think that's the rule of the game for me.
I think that potentially is the rule of the game for you. That was really good. Right, like I said, we're going to have a look around because it's scattered around. There's loads of hifs and hoffs and little bits and bobs and stuff like that I cannot really see, cannot do. Yeah, weird. Assassins are still on the field of play, all 3 of them. Very interesting. And like I said, we'd strung these guys out down here to see if we'll get some shots on thingy if needed be. But actually, I'll tell you what, Payback might be in range of these guys. I'll check. So Harker's going to open up with some Payback on the aggressors. He is in range, 36 inches. It's assault, but so it doesn't get the minus to move as well, which is quite nice. So he's hit 3 times, wounding on 4s. Wow, the best thing about this one, it's a -2 heavy bowler, so we're looking for 4-ups in the cover.
Oh, yes!
Could you feel an armour save, please? If you needed to make it, you made it now. No,
Have you
well
seen
done.
the rest of my army?
Well done.
Yes,
that was
I needed that.
much needed.
Definitely.
Right, what we're going to have to do then, this assassin, let's see if you can see. You know, it's debatable. I'd say no for her, so we'll hang on with her for now. This one can definitely see, so she's going to go one of the aggressors with shot 1. I want to go the aggressors. Yeah, because I think I'm tempted with this to get rid of your Primoris off the thing, so you then have to start moving, but it'll not really matter. What's the aggressor on? 1 wound, one of them. I tell you, I'm going to measure up, see if we've got any other guns in range to go with the aggressors first. So actually this squad, plus a bolt shot from here, I managed to get 7 wounds on the aggressor squad. So we're looking for 2-ups because they're in cover, which they all saved. It was just the idea, you know, they could potentially tickle a shot off or something like that. So what we're going to do, the Manticore, we're going to fire the missile at them as well. So get rid of that. I'm going to have to go over here because this is where I've left my dice. So it's 2d6 shots. 10, I'll keep that. Because it's Catachan as well, I could have re-rolled one of them. I do like using Talon, but Catachan, plus I had the characters, it's probably more the competitive build, I think, of what people would use. So I'm looking for 4s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, I'll just re-roll that one, 1s went off the table. 2s to wound because it's strength 10. That's nice, that's 3. 5 wounds at -2, so 5 at -1, so 5 4-ups. Yeah, here come the misses. So the first one's dead, and then there's 3 D3s, isn't there? So actually he's dead, the second one, because it's 3 lots of D3s, he's got 2 wounds. So it's 2-man squad, so the front man squad of aggressors is gone. But I don't think it's going to help that much because the other back 2 could still absolutely mull at everybody. So this assassin is going to go for the Centurions down here. Just can't see these aggressors. So on a 2. Yep, it's a hit and a wound at -3, so it'll be a 5-up because you don't get the benefit of cover.
Just the 1?
Yeah, you've only got 1 shot, the assassin. No, so it's D3 damage. Kills a Centurion. That's good going. It's about as best as she could do from what you can see. So we're going to go... You know what? Can't you see anybody else? No, it's a scout. I'm not going to waste it on a scout. Right, the second assassin over here, we're going to have to go and check line of sights. I'm tempted for the... You know what it is? I'm really tempted for the aggressors because the Centurions, really, their big targets are gone. And I don't think even if they move, they'll get to be able to see this tank. That's what I'm banking on anyway. So, with that in mind, the first assassin's going to shoot the aggressor squad. So, on the roof, so on a 2. And on a 2. Yep. So, again, it's -3, so the aggressor will get a 6-up. No, so it's D3 damage. Might survive. No, one's dead. I'm going to pay a CP to shoot a second target and go for the Centurions. So do I get the CP back? I don't. Does it hit? It does. Does it wound? It doesn't. So your Centurion's safe. And with the third assassin, I'm going to go for the last aggressor. Get rid of him. Get rid of your firepower in the middle. Oh, doesn't wound. Right. I haven't CP rerolled anything have I yet? Because it was the stratagem. The automatic Catachan reroll for the number of dice. Yeah, reroll that. Right, so that's a wound. So you've got a 6 up save with the last aggressor. He's gone. And you can take off 2 CPs off my thing for me, please.
Took one off.
Oh, I'll get the other one back, so just leave one off. So I haven't got one back if I remember right this phase. I don't think. So I think I should still be on 6.
Yeah.
And none of those were characters, so I'm not going to get the character doodle. I think that's all my shooting. I know he's got stuff. It's whether I'd rather run in, hit him on 4s, wound him on 5s, or hit him on 6s with the Overwatch. But he'll kill my stuff and then be freed up. Oh. I really don't know what to do. I'm going to have a think. I don't know whether to charge you and try and get a couple of wounds on you. Oh, let's just do it. The Catachans are fighters, aren't they? Born of Arnie and Rambo and all that stuff, so I don't think I can fail the charge, but you can do some Overwatch. I'll roll the dice as a charge roll. Yeah, 2. Can't fail because he's in, but nearly did.
1 hit. 1 wound.
So 1 will die on the way in. I'll take him off, and then we'll get some in. I don't think there's any other charges. I don't fancy charging through the building into a Marine Captain with a Commissar. I think that's pretty... Although, hang on. These guys will charge... There'll be 11 attacks hitting on 4s. I'm thinking I could maybe kill the Marine dudes there if I charge this way around to hold them up. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they'll go in against these 2 company veterans. 6, I'll have to measure it, I don't know. It should be because it's just straight through, isn't it? So we'll measure it and have a look. So all these guys are on the ground floor. We did make it in down there. It's a bit of a mess. There's going to be heroic intervention from this guy at the end of the charge feed. You'll get in. We'll do the paling in that later because obviously you can pay to interrupt. Oh, you've got no command points. I keep thinking you can pay to interrupt. So with that, what we'll do, we may as well start down here on the assassins. I lost the guy coming in to Overwatch, so we've got 9 guys left, plus the sergeant's got a chainsword. So he gets 2 attacks. So 10, 11 attacks altogether. No, because I lost the guy. Yeah, 11.
Does the sergeant not
the sergeant
get 2
gets
and then the
2 and a chainsaw? Yeah, so I've got
9 guys.
Yeah. There's 9 attacks, plus the sergeant's 3.
Sergeant is a 9th guy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Sorry. It's alright. Right, for the Emperor. Let's see if we can tickle an assassin to death. Well, that's a pretty good hit roll. I've just remembered Catachans get a +1 to their leadership while they're in 6 of the Catachan character as well, but it wouldn't have mattered. I haven't done any sort of morale stuff yet. Ooh, 3 wounds. 3 wounds. Can they get him? Oh. And they'll die now. Right, down here, I think it's a full squad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we'll pile in. We're around those 2 guys. Everyone, like I said, they're on the bottom floor, but can't be bothered to keep lifting it up and down. It is handy, the scenery does do that, but it would just get messy and stuff. So I'm going to get a bucket load of dice ready for that. So we're hitting on 4s. Not as good a roll that time. That was a miss. And we're wounding on 4s because Catachan's a strength 4. Oh, 3 wounds on those company doodles. Oh, he saved them all. Right, I fully expect a lot of them to be dead and a lot of these to be dead. So we'll come back after Scott's rolled off camera because he's going to get... He didn't charge, but he still gets like 6 attacks.
6 attacks, yeah. Hit on 2s.
All hit. Wounds on 3s re-rolling. Oh, nice. So 6 wounds.
Yeah, 6 minus...
6 minus 1s, I believe. So 6 6s required. Yeah, we dropped 5 dudes, which gives them extra attacks.
So that's it.
So Scott's got a kill point. He did manage to kill, I think it was 4 or 5, and then got obviously the extra attacks. So killing them, managed to kill them off, and he's moved in, and he's in the cover. So we could take it off, put him in there, and it'd look pretty cool. He's going on to the terminal. Going to go after my assassin, probably in his turn, which is quite good, because it means I'll not be able to overwatch. But he's on a wound. That's what I was hoping to do. Oh, I was going to stay there, and oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to stay there and wait for you to charge us, then use the gunners, the traps for the mortal wounds. Never mind, you live and learn. So down here we've got some attacks back, so we'll do that off camera. I fully expect those to be dead as well. Right, so down there, big whiff actually. That's made 2 or 3 armour saves against the captain. In essence, so we've lost 3 guys, wasn't it? Yeah? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do a morale check because that's the end of the combat there. So 3 plus 3 is 6, so they're good. They managed to survive, which I totally wasn't expecting. Made a bit of a boo-boo call with that. So happy with that. Like I said, they have all attacked. I think you rolled 4 2s on the wound roll with these guys. Horrific. So the end of my turn,
that was the hit rolls.
It was the hit rolls, was it?
Yeah,
you can't re-roll them. Right, the end of my turn then, I don't know what I scored. I was hoping I'd kill this guy.
Well, what are you?
Oh, sorry. Death from before, so kill something that was in my deployment zone. Well, yep, because the assassin would have killed an aggressor, or the manticore did. Secure objective 2, which is again being...
It's
just 1.
Yep.
And hold the line as well, so I scored 3 on the mission cards.
Sec 2, and then hold the line.
Yeah, so I scored all 3 mission cards.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points that round.
Pretty good.
So the total at the minute is 14 to you, 12 to me.
Pretty close. It is pretty close.
It is.
I think there's a lot for you to do here, but the way I'm looking at it is she's just within 3 of that because it's 1 level up. So if she doesn't, doesn't die, I'll get that. So at the minute I'm sitting on 2/3 objectives, depending on what you do, and you're sitting on 2 still. So it's going to be a push.
So
a push for objectives, I think, in your turn.
Is this only turn 3?
Turn 3.
So I've got 2.
2 objectives. Yeah, you're sitting on 2.
So I've got big game hunter.
Yeah. Kill a tank. It's doable, but you're going to have some work cut out.
And then no prisoners.
No prisoners. Oh, that's a shame. Have you to do that last 2? Well, actually, that's pretty good. Because there's plenty of units you can shoot at, and these guys should mop up these Catachans this turn.
Let's see.
Right, well, let's Scott go into his turn. So his cards, like we said, big game hunter, no prisoners, secure 2. I mean, were you not ditching that? Did you draw it last turn?
Which one?
Secure 2. I thought you said you were going to ditch it.
Yes.
Because that's the one where the manticore's sitting here. So you did say that last time. I'm not just making it up.
No, I just wanted a bit of it.
So psychological warfare, he's still got kill something basically and kill a tank. So either the Hellhound or the Russ or the Manticore. Might be a bit difficult this turn because there's not stuff in line of sight of it. But it's definitely doable, I think. Definitely doable. The scouts have stayed still, pretty non-eventful movement phase, stayed still down here. The Centurions have moved. They still can't get a beat on any of these tanks, but they've started to plod forward anyway. Still within 6 of the chapter master for now. The Intercessors have moved forward as well, obviously out of the range of 6. Potential charge, I don't know, I haven't really measured that up. The Librarian in the ground floor combat, he's not in combat, he stayed where he is, and they've sort of stayed put. And the Assassins popped out the ground floor down here, eyeing up the tank. Myad Mebbies have stayed in the building. Charge is a little bit different, so we can't overwatch him. And the Assassin can't overwatch him. I can see down there, do you not want to stay in the building for you charging? No, he's going balls deep.
I can't, because if I stay in the building then I can't throw me melter bomb.
Oh, I get you. So he wants to pop output. Right, okay, yeah. I get it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
What I'm gonna
I forgot he had a melter bomb.
One wound left. I'll
optimise what he does.
Yeah.
Maybe get that tank down some wounds for the big game hunter. Yeah, good plan. I'd forgot all about that. So anyway, we'll go into psychic phase. You've still got a psychic on the ground floor.
So smite first, obviously on the Catachan.
Yeah, he's going to try and clear these off because they're causing a bit of issues for his squads. Ooh, 10.
That's not D6, is it?
You need more than 10. You know what? I think I'm within 24, so I'll attempt to deny. Doesn't deny, so it's D3. He kills one of the guys.
Right.
His second power.
Mighty Heroes on the captain.
Yep. It's a 6, I think, Mighty Heroes. So Mighty Heroes doesn't go off, it is a 6. We're going to keep the casualties down here just for morale and stuff because you've still got that morale card.
Alright, shooting phase.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the bolt pistols in the combat.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh man, wait, I can reroll the
well,
1.
what you should have done is just shot 2 then 1. Because the captain would hit on a 2. So you've got, reroll the 1, reroll the 1. Right, so you've got 2 hits anyway. I'm happy to say it that way.
Right,
yeah. Wounds on 3s. 2 wounds. We are in cover, so 4 ups, which is strange, isn't it? I still think. You get the cover because it's shooting attack.
So
you'll be
in the combat.
I don't get it, but in shooting,
we're in combat. That's why I fire the pistols.
Yeah, no, we're in the shooting phase. You still get...
but you fire your pistols when you're in combat in the shooting phase into each other.
I know, but because you're in the shooting phase, cover saves apply in the shooting phase. Honestly, it's silly. You'll get a 2-up armor if I've got a las pistol. Yeah, we're both...
in area terrain. So say we're both in here.
Yeah.
Forget being inside the building. Say we're both here. I'm here and you're there. We'll both get cover saves. Shooting each other. Yeah.
We've strapped ourselves up with yellow pages and stuff in there. I know why they've done it. It keeps it simple. Because then you'd say, right, it does keep it simple. But it is a little bit silly.
Is anyone dead?
Yeah, there's 2 dead altogether now.
Okay. My librarian's got no one to shoot. So I will shoot.
I think the scouts are still out of range on the... I tell you what, I'm going to measure up. They might be just within touching distance at that time. Just out, because that could have helped tickle a couple of little wounds here and there. So this squad's going to open up. There's 3 in rapid fire, 2 on. At the Ugrin bodyguard, who's got a slab shield and place. He's on a 2-up normal armour. I'm just going to try and get rid of him. Kill something, no.
Not we're shooting like that.
Be 5s to wound. Nice wound roll though. 3 wounds at -1, so we're looking for 3 ups. Yep, he's eating the bullets as he's supposed to do without hurting himself. Thunderfires and Centurions left. Actually, you said you had a melter bomb. Do you not want to try that one?
Yeah, melter bomb.
And then that might decide because you might want to tickle some other stuff over this way. He's hit. Strength 8, I think, the melter bomb, yeah. 4s to wound.
You can reroll wounds made against this vehicles.
So 4s. Rerolling. Doesn't go through. His melter bomb was not full. Wasn't switched on.
Thunderfire.
Well, if you're thinking about vehicles with more than 10 wounds, and I'm not saying that's a right or wrong decision, this is T7, and the Manticore is T7.
I'm going to put the first Thunderfire cannon into this unit here.
Yeah, they're not in cover fully, so...
So this is...
43 shots. Yep. 5 shots. 3's re-rolling. Your number of shots and stuff have been okay until there. And 3's to wound, because I will get saves of 6. So 3 saves of a 6. No, we've dropped 3 dudes from that squad. Next Thunderfire.
Make you go fire at them again.
Yeah.
3,
7 shots this time.
Yeah,
rerolling, so they all hit. That's pretty good. 3's to wound.
There's 1 6.
So the 6. Oh man! So we've got 2 on a 6.
Yeah.
And then 1 who can't save, so that's 3 more dead, so that's 6 dead from the squad. That's pretty good.
Okay.
So these guys, like I said, they're totally out of position a bit, but this guy's closer to the Ogryn, so he is going to target him. The other characters are this guy's just closer than them, which means this guy can't target him either, because these are closer. So he's literally, his missiles are out of range, but he's going to put his las cannons, 2 las cannons into the guardsmen down here, which I know is a massive waste, I appreciate that, but it's better shooting nothing.
I'll do that first.
Do you want to do that first? Yeah. So hits on 3's re-rolling because the Chapter Master's still within range. And we'll melt them on 2's. Yep, there's 2 dead. So that's probably going to score you the morale card, unless I spend points. And then we've got the guy going at the Ogryn. I'll come on this side. Sorry, I missed that. So we've actually got a las cannon hit and a miss, and a no wound. Oh.
D3 missile launchers.
3. Hits on 3's. Re-rolling. 2 hits. 1 wound. Yeah, what's a minus? -2, isn't it? So we're looking for a 4-up. Oh, he's eating it as well. He's held that big slab shield up and just bounced those missiles away. Right. I think that's it for a shooting phase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, charge phase then. I think the librarian said was going in, wasn't he, to help finish off these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't fail. No. Just put him in, so he's in. Where's he going?
He's going into the Vindicator.
He's going up into the Vindicator, who can't see him now. You sure?
Yeah, you've still got to hit him with a 6. Oh, you fuck's sake, man.
So a wound on a 2. Oh, right, CP. I've got a CP in. Yeah, so there's he's dead, isn't he? Yeah, because he wouldn't get any inrun, would he? Oh, you get feel no pains?
Yeah, you need a strap for that.
Oh, is it alright? Okay. Does he not get it standard as a 6?
No.
You should never tempt me to roll a 6. You know what's going to happen.
I should stop coming round. Yeah, that's what I should.
Stop coming round for practice games because your plan's just gone to put. That's why I said stay in the building. That's, to me, the building was the key. But you're right, you couldn't have thrown the melter bomb.
I needed the melter bomb.
I know. But, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's good for me. It's a shame for you. And I think, were they going for a long bomb charge or were they not going to bother because the Bulgarian's got a more...
No.
Right. Just combat down here. Okay, so you've got to start with the librarian because he went in first.
So, standard librarian has, what, 4 attacks?
I think he's 3. Primaris is 4. So the librarian's hitting on 3s. He's basically killing on 3s because it's -3 with the power sword. Yeah, so there's 2 more gone. So then you get to pick a unit. I'm guessing you go on the captain. 4 attacks.
2s on 1 and then 1s.
Yeah, 2s you roll on 1s. Yeah, 3s to wound.
Actually, how many attacks did you get?
4. Isn't he a normal captain?
And then a chain sword.
Oh yeah, an extra one. Yeah, so 3s to wound. You did do 5 last time, didn't you? Yeah, you did. So 4 wounds, so 4 5 ups. So save 1, 3 dead. That is the squad, I believe. Yeah.
Right.
So he get to make his piling move. And then we'll do some stuff. So I didn't point out there, which we forgot to roll for, the strat, the booby traps, which, again, I did say it, I'm not just cheating, Scott, we did say it before. I just keep forgetting to roll it when he goes in. You can't be in combat, it just says on the thingy, when an enemy model finishes its move within 1 inch, so it's charge range. So when this guy goes in, basically, the booby trap did, and we scored a 6 on the thingy and then caused 2 mortal wounds. So I managed to booby trap that guy going in. Not enough to kill him, which we knew we couldn't kill him, which is why we just moved into the combat. But that's big, so I don't know what Scott's currently on now. He's just tallied up. Well, you got no prisoners.
Yeah.
You actually wiped the... Oh, no, wait there. I owe you a morale check. Let's go down here. Now I've got to think about something. Because the game's pretty tight in terms of points, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So my leadership's 7. I lost 8 guys. They're out of range of the commissar. I'm going to pay 2 CP to auto pass. So you don't get that psychological warfare. And they're a troop squad, which would have given you 2 points. So I'll just put my thumb in front of the camera. So that's going to take me down to 4 CP, which I'm happy with. And deny you a couple of points. Yeah, so Scott's scored no prisoners. He's going to ditch psychological warfare. Yeah, you killed the Catachans there. I think, yeah, just the Catachans. Yeah, that was it, I think.
So I got...
And he's consolidated here. So they'll be contesting this objective, both these guys, but he's not going to be scoring it. So I'm not going to be picking it up in my turn. So let Scott tally the points. I'll pick out my 2 cards for my turn 3. It's been really brutal, this game. Turn 3. So, Supremacy, which I should probably do. And, Kingslayer. The Warlord's hidden right at the back. I'd have to see if I can maybe move some assassins round. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you're hidden very well. If this one jumps down, I can see him from the ground level. You can just see his head, beady head pointing out there. But obviously I'll be hitting on 3s. You lose the thingy, don't you? The ability to auto hit on 2s. And he's Raven Guard, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's -1. So, yeah, there's a chance. So the score is 14 all. So that was very important, that. Because
well, you've still got your turn to come in.
I do, to score stuff up. But I can't get any extra kill points. My thing was for HQs, and your characters are hidden in the middle of that building. Although, miraculously, this guy is now the closest model, which is a character, which means the Manticore could go for him. I haven't got any mortars, but a strength 10 2d6 shot missile couldn't help get a character.
Well, it will.
Hopefully, that's the idea. Yeah. Interesting turn. Right, we'll have to move around and see what we can do. I think so. Right, the movement phase is done. This guy, not cursed anymore, is pushed up. His flame is now within range of the scouts. The Psychers have advanced up because I can't see anybody in here, so I'm thinking that maybe I do like the Night Shroud and just basically help defend this tank, because if the Centurions come round, they're going to get a line of sight on that. The Assassin. What was I going to do with this guy? This is the guy I hadn't decided on. You can see he's going to move. He's going to have to move, so he's going to move there, so you can see some Centurions, you can see a Thunderfire Cannon. Actually, move to there. And you can see some Scouts and a Tech Marine Gunner. This is still within 3 of this. We're getting this. And it hasn't moved. This hasn't moved. These guys have gone to the ground floor. The assassins have stayed put. The commissars just come out just to push forward. The tech priest moved up to get 2 people within range of 3 of that. So if his captain, who is the closest model to this Manticore, dies, then I will definitely score that. And these guys have just moved to here. They've just moved. They haven't done anything daft. So we'll go into the psychic phase, and we're going to try Night Shroud to make the Hellhound a -1 to hit. So I'll need a, I think it's a 6. It is a 6. So it's a 7. So Night Shroud goes off. I will be within range of your Psyker.
I'll try and
deny. So looking for an 8. I'm not within 12 of your Psyker. It does deny yet. So what I'm going to try as well is, what's the armor one called? That's rolled anyway. 4. That's not going to go off. Psychic barrier, it's called. It needs a 6. You know what? Let's try it. Giving an extra armor save might help anyway. So 6. Yep. So it goes off on a 7. So basically.
Is that a reroll?
Yeah. So take my command point off. I think I've got one back for this turn anyway. So I'm not gonna roll again. And yeah, let's go into some shooties. So this guy, 2d6 flamers into the scouts. Do I get greedy? You know what? Let's try it. There you go. That's what I get for being greedy.
It's enough.
Hoping it should be enough. So 8.
It's still.
Right. So we're looking for 3s to wound, and it's -1. So we've got 6 wounds on the scouts. So 6 5-ups. They don't have camo cloaks or anything like that. 6 4-ups. Sorry, because they're in cover.
They're Raven Guard.
Yeah, but they're auto hits off the flamer.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so it's 6 4-ups because they're in cover. No, they're not. No, they're not. They've saved every one of them. I can't believe it. No, but you know what's really weird? This game, you've made ridiculous armor saves on like normal stuff like aggressors, but then like the key units, like characters, you haven't made any. So the heavy bolter, I've got no hits because I moved and you're more than 12 inches away.
Yep.
The bits and bobs down here, I've totally forgot what I was doing. The commissar advanced, so he can't do anything. This guy's going to put all his shots into the aggressors, not the aggressors, the, what they're called, intercessors.
Yep.
So, sorry, the heavy bolters, I may have to, actually, no, this guy, well I was going to go into them.
You can see these, can you?
Yeah, but I'm not going to now. I'm going to go, you can see that, there like that. I'm going to actually go, yeah, I'm going to go battle cannon into them, las cannon into them, the heavy bolters into the scouts. And his order he's done was the reroll 1s on himself. So we've got 6 heavy bolters into the scouts.
They definitely win.
So, but yeah, we're just saying, oh, they're still in range, but he hasn't lost any models. He made like all the saves. So reroll 1s on himself. And I'm looking for 4s because you're more than 12 inches away and he's a tank commander. Looking for 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1, so 2 4-ups.
No, 2. Sorry.
So we do lose 1 this time. The las cannon at the intercessors is a hit.
I might as well just because
and a wound.
Range isn't going to make any difference now, is it?
Well, yeah, you need to be within it for the thingy. So if you're staying within of the objective range, I'm still going to tag you. So I've got a wound at -3 from a las cannon, and I'm going to roll to see how many shots I get with a battle cannon. I'm going to reroll 1 of them for being Catachan. So I've got 6 shots with a battle cannon, hitting on 4s because you're so far away, but rerolling 1s. 3 hits, 1 on 2s, with its strength 8. So we've got 1 save at -3.
Can't be safe, can it?
Yeah, 6 up. You're in marine armour. It's not the scouts, it's against these guys.
Oh, sorry.
I've done the scouts, that's all I could do against
okay.
them. So a 6 up, because they're not all in cover. No, so D6 damage from the las cannon. Oh, right, CP that. 2, yes, that kills 1. I couldn't be having 1 on like 1 wound after 3 battle cannon rounds coming in.
So,
yeah, I'm leaving you with decisions here.
Can they charge still?
Yeah, they've only just moved.
Do you have to be on that to get the supremacy?
Within, no. Because I've got this within 3, two models here. Well, I've got 2 models here, 3 objectives, 1 there. So I don't technically need it for supremacy. And then you've got 3 at -2. So 3 saves of a 5 up. So wow, save them 2. So 1 more dead off a battle cannon round. Right, so that was his orders. The orders for Strachan was going to be reroll 1s to hit. So he's going to overcharge his pistol. He's hit. It's a wound, so -3 on another intercessor. Or it's 2 damage. Yep, so we killed another one. I think the auto gun's probably in range. I'm just going to miss, because you're probably more than 12 inches. Yeah.
No,
oh, he's in, so he's hit, because your Raven Guard doesn't wound. Which leaves the Manticore, really, and the Assassins. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the Assassin that moved. And she's going to go at... What can she see now? Let's have a look. I'm going to go right through with that Tech Priest Gunner down the far end. So it'll be this guy here. So we're looking for a 3, because I moved, sorry, I didn't stay still. And it does wound. It's minus, they'll get a save. They got a 5 up because they've got a 2 up armor. It's a Tech Marine looking for a 5. No, and it's D3 damage. 2, yeah, they've only got 2 wounds, the gunners. They're not full on Tech Marines. But both these guns will still remain active because there's a Tech Marine gunner within range. It doesn't say they're Tech Marine gunner, 100% yet. It was this guy.
Which one?
Yeah. So you've still got a Tech Marine gunner within range of your Thunderfire cannons. So they can both still fire.
Right.
Which is fine. It's how it should be, you know what I mean? I'm sure you can control 2 of them. Right, the next 2 assassins. I'm going to go for your Centurions. I'm going to try and pick them off. So the first one, actually, this one's going to go for the Tech Marine Gunner as the first one. So hits, wounds, need a 2 up, 5 up. No, so it's D3 damage on the Tech Marine Gunner. I've used my CP, just knocked the Tech Marine Gunner down. So that's the Thunderfire cannons will come off. I'm going to spend a CP to go at an additional target, which will knock me down to 1 CP. I'm going to go for a Centurion. So we hit, we don't wound, and the last one's going to go at a Centurion. Should have missed. There you go. It's not all hunky-dory. I think, like I've said, you know, when we're talking about lists, I said take at least 2. I think 3. I know I've whiffed and didn't wound, but it gives you so much strike power that it's insane. Like, literally there, they've removed 200 points worth with the guns, the 3 assassins. I know they're worth more than 200 points, but it's the other turns, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
taking off the others.
I think if you buy 1, he should definitely make his points back. If you buy 3, they start working so much better, like in terms of what they bring back. So in terms of guns left then, if he's out of range, I don't think... Actually, is he in range of that unit with 18? Maybe. Yeah. We'll take a sneaky shot at the... It's just 1 damage, isn't it? Yeah.
No, yeah.
Right. So he gets 3 shots.
Wait, he gets 6. Oh, I do.
D3, because... Oh, they'd be a Psycho within 18. So he's up there. So there is a Psycho in range in the middle of the building.
Even your own.
Alright. So he gets 6 shots. 5 shots. That's only D6 shots. Yeah. Right, so going at the Centurion then. So hit with them all. Don't even know what the strength is. 4s. Strength 5. So we've got 3 wounds on him. At -4. Make him a 6s. But he's in cover, so...
Did you take the minuses off the hit for the Raven Guard on the...
No. Do you want us to do it again?
What did you not remember?
I don't know. I can go back. I'll do it again. Right, so they miss. That would have been probably right, I think. I don't think I got many 2s. 2 wounds, which was exactly the same as I said.
Right.
So 2 -4 is 6. You're in cover. 5s. Just 1 wound. Yep. I'm sure that's all they are. Yeah, just single wound. I'm pretty sure.
Just checking if the site of things is doing so.
Right.
So he's down 2. Okay.
And then because I think, you see, I know this is just greedy because I'm in a strong position now. Like I've literally got 1, 2, 3 for the supremacy. I don't think I'm going to risk charging there. Yes, it's nice to kill a captain, but even then I've got bodies and space stuff over there. So at this, I'm debating whether I shoot it at the Centurions to really knock it out the game, basically, knock your anti-tank out. Or I go for the scouts and knock them out. But in this case, I'm going to shoot the missile at the Centurions. There's my missile. 2d6 shots. Rerolling for Catachans on one of them. So we've got 10 shots. That's 9. We're looking for 5s because you're Raven God, but I can reroll 1s. 5 1s. 2 hits so far. And there's another hit. So 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. 3 wounds. At -2. Technically a -1, so 3 up, 4 up. 3 ups, yeah.
3 up. How many was it? 2?
Just 2, yeah, I think. Yeah, so they're both saved. Like I said, I think the wood, it was like, I could have probably killed the scouts, but I think if I managed to kill another centurion, then realistically, you know, you tickling the tanks wouldn't be as big an issue. So anyway, at the end of that turn, I think the mission pack rules is any D3 alternatives, you just score 2, don't you? So we'll just get 2 for supremacy. The Warlord is yet untouched, but we will keep it because it's going to be a handy one. I think my snipers can maybe get down and see him.
That's it.
And I think that's it. In terms of, I'd scored my max kill points, didn't I? And didn't get any more HQs. So I think that might sneak me into the lead just, but not by much.
16 and I'm on 14.
16, 14 as we're going to turn 4. So these cards make it very interesting. He's still got Big Game Hunter, Secure 4 and Supremacy. Now 4, he's pretty much... Are you moving off it? Oh no, the Intercessors are moving on. So he's got 4. That'll be 1, 2 objectives. For a third one, he could come and push here. And these guys should be able to clear off these 2 guys easily enough. And keep his character hidden. So Scott should... He's in a terrible looking position, but he should score decent this turn. Should score decent this turn. Right, so we'll move. These guys have stood still. This guy's, he's hidden as tight in there as he can. The Centurions have pulled back with these guys. And through here, these guys have popped out because he wants to get a couple of bolter around to try and kill these guys. And the captain's just moved to the edge to make sure he can't fail a charge against these 2 guys. He had to kill them. So yeah, straight into the Psychic phase. The Psychic has moved. He's just outside of 18 inches now of my guys. He's not going to get any minuses.
Smite on there.
He is within deny range, so Smite goes off on an 8. Look, we might as well try and deny it. No, it doesn't. How many command points have I got? 1. No, we're not going to try. Take some more wounds. He's down to 10.
Right, and I'll do a Might of Heroes
on the captain. Yep. 9. I'll try again, might as well. No, definitely doesn't. So the captain's got an extra strength, toughness, and attack. And this bad boy is down to 10 wounds.
Right. Shooting.
Yep.
I'll fire me them bolt guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All at the tank?
Fire at the tank, yep.
Yeah, we'll do that off camera because it's going to be hitting on 3s. There's no rerolls for them, wounding on 5s. So, decent hit roll. Let's see if we can get some wounds. I can keep it on because that was good. Nice. 3. Right. You get some dice. I do have Psychic Barrier on this turn. Yeah, 2 ups now. Still drop 1. Every little's going to help with this guy because you've got some stuff down here to come in.
Okay, so I'll fire their bolt guns.
These 2 guys are going at the Catachan warriors over here. Yep. Okie dokie. 2 hits. You're looking for 3s. Come on.
1.
We have 1 4 up in the cover. He is good. It's a shame because that would have been a good sneaky... Losing those Thunderfire cannons is going to hurt you big this turn.
Okay, so... all the Centurion missiles into the Hellhound.
Yeah.
2 blast cannons into Hellhound, 2 blast cannons into them.
You know, yeah. You know what? People may be saying what you're doing, shooting las cannons down here. He's worth 2 points to you, isn't it? That squad. Or have you got your max and kill?
I've got max kill, but it's worth a point.
It's worth a victory point, but so is this. And this has got a 2 up armour. But you've got loads of missiles going in here anyway, haven't you? So, yeah.
So the las cannons.
Las cannons at those guys. 3s re-rolling. Yep. Oh, come on. Oh, 1 hit. 2s to vaporise. There you go. There's 1 gone. We'll keep the sergeant on who's pointing at you. I can't remember which one it is. There we go.
Okay, so I do 2d3 missiles.
Yeah. 4 missile shots.
Re-rolling.
Nice, they've all hit.
8 on 7.
Yeah, 3s. 3 wounds. So 3 wounds at -2 with these psychic barriers on 2 up armour, so we're looking for 4s.
I didn't get any 6s there, did I?
I don't think so. No. I don't think so. So we've dropped 1. I think on your missiles D3, isn't it? Because it's not a full.
It's not full missile.
Yeah, I'm sure it's D3. He's just rolled a 3 on the damage, so that's pretty good. Knocks me down to 6. So there's 2 las cannons following in. They both hit. That on a wound roll would be good. 2 wounds. -3. So again, so we're looking for 6s down to 5s with a psychic barrier. Save 1. Wait there. Because if you get a 6, I'm going to have to risk it for a biscuit. Yeah, you got a D6. If you get a 6, you've killed it and got Big Game Hunter. I'm not going to re-roll it. Putting the pressure on you.
5.
Oh, it's got 1 wound left. You could charge it. But it's got its flamers and heavy bolt and he's on 2 wounds. But you know what it is? The mission tells you what it needs. And I think Big Game Hunter, if he dies though, I get an HQ point, don't I?
Yes.
But you get Big Game Hunter. Oof. Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do it? Can you see it? Are you looking?
Nah, I don't think
oh, I'm trying to get down. I can't even see from that. No, we're looking for a cheeky intercessor shot. Right, so Scott's having a bit of a think tactics down here. He's going to actually shoot the priest who's in rapid fire range because they're all characters and they're closer than any other stuff. By doing that, basically, Bulgrim would have a 3 up armour save if he shot him and it'd be harder to wound. The priest's easier, gets a 4 up invuln, but then I have to roll with the Ogren bodyguard to see if I can take the wounds and if I do the mortar wounds. So worst case, if I don't take them, he kills the priest. If I do kill them, if I do take them, then he starts to hurt the Bulgrim easier than he would normally. So good luck on this one. 3s re-rolling.
No,
yeah, are we ranging out? So we've got 3 hits. We're looking for 3s. Get 2 wounds. So 2 4-ups. I think I do it this way around.
That's the first time. I've rolled
the
6s.
Oh, look, I passed them anyway. But I'm gonna have to roll to see. Yeah, it's if it takes a wound. I'm pretty sure rather than takes the hit.
Yeah.
I'll double check for you. So the Emperor obviously is protecting me today. 2 saves there.
Well, he never protects me, does he?
Well, you're obviously worshipping the wrong Emperor. The thing is, you know, he's protecting me because I'm all Catachan. I've decided, I've committed. You've got a bit of Raven Guard, a bit of Blood Angel, a bit of...
It's the only way to do anything.
I know. You've got loads of chapters. You can't make your mind up. You're the confused. So anyway, I think that's it for shooting.
Yeah.
The charge phase, this is important because you need...
Actually, I'll shoot my bolt pistol from the librarian into the...
No, you'll throw a crack grenade?
I'll throw a crack grenade,
yeah, correct. Crack grenade from the librarian.
I'll get a black for crack.
Black
the
for
librarian
crack.
Into the...
Yeah, looking for 3s. Yep. He's hit. Looking for
6.
5s. No. Oh, like that could have done it though. That's well worth it. So charges. Charging McCharges.
Right.
See, Supremacy's worth 2 points in it. You've definitely got to go charging in there against both those characters.
These 2 will charge him. Actually, these 2 will charge both of them.
Right, your captain's charging both of them, yeah?
No, these 2 guys.
Why is your captain not going first? I can't see him. He's on the ground floor, isn't he?
Yes, he's on the ground floor.
Right, so
I keep forgetting about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's remembering little things there, like ITC rules. So your captain's going first, so I can't see him to Overwatch. So he needs like a 2 to get the first guy, maybe he's a 4 to get around to the other guy. Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to probably go about here. And then these 2 are charging both.
Yeah.
4 inches. So for coherency, they'll probably have to just go against the first guy. So you probably want to do them 2 against him and these against him. Any more charges? Is the librarian going for it? 2 wounds.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, because what's the point in this game otherwise?
Right, so we've got 6 auto hits with a thingy.
He's not going to survive.
We'll roll the heavy bolter. Right, we've got a hit with a heavy bolter.
What's the heavy bolter?
And the reason I'm doing that is because they'll all wound on 3s and they're all -1. So you've got to make 4 4-ups. Now you've done this before. You've got 2 wounds. Come on, good luck.
No.
Oh, you've got no CP, have you?
No.
The librarian does bite the dust. Shame. I really felt for you. I was hoping it went through. It's one of those moments where, like, because that'll give me a command point, a victory point,
yes.
but it would have give you another one. So we're going to go down here. You're starting with the guys against the Commissar.
Yes, alright, 3 attacks each.
Yeah, 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling. 1s. Nice, wounding on 3s. 3. I'm just looking at my priest. I'm wondering if he was on 2 wounds or 3 when did I lose a wound before, or has that dice been knocked? Or is it just this guy? We'll leave it as it is for now. I think I just lost a wound, I cannot remember. So how many saves I've got anyway? 3.
Yeah.
I think the Commissar's dead, because he's just a normal Commissar. No, me bad, sorry, the normal Commissars have 3 wounds, so he is miraculously alive on 1 wound, so it's up to the captain. He's going to have to...
I have to split my attacks.
Well, not necessarily, because you are going to outnumber me here. Because you've got... That's 1 unit, that's 2, 3 models you're going to have within the objective, so you are going to outnumber me. But it's whether you want to kill stuff.
I would like to kill stuff.
Because then he'll not attack back if he kills stuff, do you know what I mean? He's only got a bolter though, so he's just like a little weakling.
I'm going to put...
And this guy does have like a power axe, because he's a...
Put 4 attacks, because I've got 2 extra, one for the chainsaw and 1 for Might of Heroes.
Correct, yeah.
So I'm going to put 4 into the Tech Marine.
Yeah, and 2 into the Commissar, right. Do the Commissar first.
Right, so we're hitting on 2, 3 rolling 1s.
Yeah. And wounding on 3s. 2, so we've got 2 5-ups. No minus with a chainsaw, he's dead.
Oh yeah, chainsaw, right.
So you do get the Commissar. And then you got 4 against the Tech Priest.
3 rolling 1s. Right, 4 hits.
3s, I'm pretty sure he's still toughness 3. And then we've got 3.
Well, plus 1 strength as well. For
yeah, so it'll be 3s anyway. So we're looking for a 3-up armour from the Tech Priest. He took a wound. Right, so we're going to pile in. 3 inches towards the closest model. So I'm going to tag you, go there, and go next to your other guys as well. I've got 3 wounds left. Now I've got, what did I say I had? 3 attacks. I can't remember now. Right, I've got 2 attacks plus a servo arm. I'm going to put everything, because the axe is 2 wounds as well, isn't it? Oh, you could, no, I kind of kill everybody. So we're going to go the servo arm into the captain, the axe into the dudes. Actually, we'll just go all into the dudes. So we've got 1 hit because we're hitting a 4. Didn't get that on camera. We've got 1 wound, because he would be, yeah, strength plus 1.
-1.
It's minus... Yeah, hang on, let's check. I think it's -1, 2 damage. So yeah, -1, 2 damage with the Omniscient Axe. Yeah, so we'll kill 1, and then the servo arm will be hitting on a 5 because it's -1. It's hit. It has wounded. So -6, so 4 up on your captain because he's got his invuln. It's just a flat 3 damage. He's down to 1 wound. You know, I was just tempted to go on the captain. I was like, nah, I'll not get enough hits, but I probably would have got him there.
Yes.
So at the end of that turn, you are going to get supremacy. You've got D3 points. 2 checks. You get your 2 points for supremacy. You are going to secure objective 4, so that's 3 points. Big Game Hunter is not in the game yet, but look, my tank's on 1 wound. I think it's definitely worth keeping a hold of. So we'll put them there. Right. So we'll draw my cards. I'm now not sitting on that one. I'm sitting on 1, 2, 3. So we're going to draw Secure 6, which is what Strachan's sitting on, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah.
Scour the Skies, which is kill something with fly, which you don't have now, but you did, so it's got to be kept. And Defend Objective 2, which is this one. But I'll not get that my turn, I'll get it your turn, which will be turn 5, which I think pretty much that's a guaranteed score. I've got so many characters there you can't target now. So I'm looking at my next turn, 2 points, can't score that. Kingsley and Secure 6. So basically this turn, it's about pushing back, seeing what I can do. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, so this tank rolled back a few inches. I think it was 3 or 4 inches in his lowest profile. The Tech Marine jumped out of combat and managed to heal this for 2 wounds at the end of the phase. This Assassin's... Did I say I was staying where I am or was I moving? Oh yeah, staying because you can see a Centurion. The tank stayed still to beat on the scouts. Hawk has popped back out with Payback to get some shots if need be down here at the couple of guys on that objective. These guys all just moved forward. Then Strachan staying where he is, and the Assassins moved up here with the Priest and the Bulgrin to just start putting some hurt on this way. So we're going to go into the Psychic phase. We're going to start with a Smite on the 2 wound guy. It's a 6, which goes off. The closest visible is the warlord, the captain, isn't it, on 1 wound, so he's going to go. The next guy is going to do...
Well, actually...
You can intercept the wound, but... I tell you what, make it easy for you. I'm smiting with the next one. Yeah, so they're both dead. Because that's exactly what was going to happen. If he intercepted the wound, he would have took the mortal wound, and then he would have been dead. So that frees him up, and these guys will still be within 3 of that objective. So I'm going to be scoring that one. Having a look around. This one was extract the flame in there if need be, but more importantly to get out of line of sight of the Centurions. So we've got the tank, didn't move, so 2d6 from its top gun, 7. I want to keep that. This is all going into the scouts. So we're looking for 5s because you're a Raven Guard. 4s, sorry, because I'm a commander, because you're a Raven Guard. And his orders will reroll 1s. We've got 2 wounds with the battle cannon, so 2 at -2. So that'll be 2 scouts gone. The heavy bolters will be 3 hits, 1 wound. We'll keep that to one side, and we've got the las cannon, which does hit and does wound. So you've got another save at -1 and 1 at -3.
Yeah, -1.
So a 4 up, he's dead, and the -3 is saved because he's in cover, isn't he? So we've got 1 scout left. This one will tie its heavy bolt at them then, so it moved. So it's going to be hitting on a 5, and you're more than 12 ways, so 6s to try and get a scout. Whoa, look at that. 3s. Oh, 6s by 6s. He's got him. He's got the last scout. That was unexpected. Double 6, double 6.
Salty, salt face.
Walker's very salty. So this guy's going to shoot at the Centurion because it's pretty much all you can see now. He's hit. He's wounded. So it's a -3. So you're looking for a 5 up from the Centurion.
And then you cover. Oh, no,
you don't get any covers in that yet. He's saved. Yeah, he's saved. So we'll move around. I'm guessing that Commissar's in 24 of the Marine for a bolter shot. It might be. We'll have to measure some up. I wasn't expecting to be able to shoot up there, but... Yeah, so we'll do a bolter. Missed. Right, we're going to start with the assassins because the key targets are there anyway. So a Centurion from Assassin 1 has hit. He is wounded because you're infantry on a 2 up, so another 5 up. Oh, and we're going to use a command point. I'll see if I get it back. I do, just leave it on because I haven't got one back this turn. He's going to shoot the... it's a different unit. I'm going to shoot the intercessors. Oh no, actually no, I'll keep it. I'm not going to shoot the intercessors because I've forgotten I'm going to charge him. So he shot once, so the other guy's going to shoot the Centurions. He hits. I'll use my command reroll for that one. He does wound. So am I out of command points? I'll roll to see if I get that one back. I don't, so I'm out, I think.
Well, you've already got one back?
No, but I didn't use it. I wasn't shooting twice. Because the only other target you can see is the thingies. So I didn't get that one back. I didn't spend it. So I was on 1. Didn't shoot twice with this guy. Used the command reroll and didn't get it back. So I'm out of command points. But you've got a 5 up with the Centurion. Oh, 3 saves. Strong. Strong when you need it.
Needed that.
So this guy is going to throw a frag bomb at these guys. So he's got 4 shots. Okay, 3 hits. 2 wounds. So 2 2-ups because you're in cover. Yeah, we're going to shoot an auto gun at them as well. No hits. He'd done reroll 1s. So I'm not going to overcharge.
Just check your hearing range.
Yeah. So he's hit, doesn't wound, and then this guy, there should be a Psycho with an 18 still. So it's 3 shots, hitting on 2s. We're going to go at the Centurions again. It's no wounds in it because it's strength 5, so no wounds there.
Well, that's just as well because obviously they're -1.
Yeah. So it leaves me the Manticore, and I tell you what, we'll see if this guy's in range. He's probably not. It's 36 inches.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Is he not?
No.
No. So we'll do the Manticore. It's last missile, but it's going to score me 2 points, hopefully defend. Let's go for those Centurions. Let's try and get rid of them. Or do I go for the Marines? Go for the Centurions. So we'll re-roll that 2 because I don't like it. Oh, thank you. 3, 4, 5. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. 1 wound, -2. So you're looking for a 3 up in the cover. He's failed it, so it's D3 damage. Yep, kills another Centurion. It's about time they took 3 Vindicator rounds and a big Storm Eagle missile. He's still got some punch, that guy, though. And I think, obviously, that's it for shooting. We're going to go into the charge phase. We're going to start with the Ogryn, who's going to go in. Can Centurions fall back and shoot? No, I'm just going to go into the Marines. So that in 8's going to be enough. The Priest will not need to go in, but he's going to go in. He'll get a 10. And the Assassin will not need to go in, but he's going to go in. Doesn't go in. So you get. We'll do some Overwatch off camera and see if anyone's dead. So we're going to start with the Bulgrin. Bodyguard, 4 attacks normally, 1 because he charges with Avalanche Muscle, and the Priest is going to give him an extra 1 because he's within range. So we're looking for 3s. They hit. We're looking for 3s to wound with his Bulgrin Maul. That's 4 wounds at -1 on these guys, so 4 4-ups. They 2 damage flat. So he's wiped the squad. And he's going to go 3 inches.
Supplies.
Which will tag him. And because he thingied, what I want to do, I'm just going to jump in to the cover where you were and sit on objective 4. Because he charge, he gets to activate.
That's it.
I think that is it. I think.
I'm not playing that. I'm not playing the rest of it.
Well, you've got a chapter master, haven't you?
But that's it. But
yeah, so he can't shoot. That's what I mean. That was the Bulgrin.
He had to get his big guns no matter what cards I throw out.
So I think what you should do is tally up the points. Because in the tournament setting, you know, if you're going to call it, the points would be there. But what's probably worth looking at is to see what the difference would be. If you did play out turn 5, obviously, well, wait there, I would have scored, the end of your turn, I would have definitely scored 2. So this turn, I can't score Scour the Skies.
Well,
but I don't get that yet.
What have you done this turn?
I've secured 6.
Secured 6.
And that's it.
Okay, so you got 3 points this turn. Takes you up to 19.
You haven't, is that including the defend? You haven't included that, have you? Right.
So I haven't done defend yet.
And I would ditch Scour the Skies because you've got nothing left for fly.
Right, so turn 5.
I tell you what, turn 5 will draw your card. Well, you don't get a card because you're not on any.
No.
So your card is Big Game Hunter.
Yeah.
Which means you need to take 3 wounds off this thing without anybody seeing it, so you'd probably score 0.
Well, that's the thing. Tying him up.
Well, what you would do, right, you would fall back, wouldn't you? You'd fall back so that if I do charge you, I've got to charge you, and you're still in cover, and you're within 3 of that objective. That's what you would probably do, and your captain would probably stay where he is, stay hidden. Or he falls back within 3, but something like that, right? But you would have scored 0 points, because you wouldn't have been able to do anything. Mm-hmm. So then I would have got my 2 points for defend 2. Because you basically wouldn't want to give Kingslayer up. Because you could keep this close, that's what I mean. I don't know if you're using the Swiss scoring system in terms of how close the points are.
I'll show you something.
Well, we'll measure up and see what we'll get. But I would have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives. And you can have up to 6, can't you, in your hand?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. So Kingslayer I wouldn't get. Witch Hunter I couldn't get this turn. Because you got no Segas. Mission Critical is roll a d6. So 1. So where's objective 1? Right, so I would have scored what 1. Assassinate is kill a character, which I probably wouldn't have got. Actually, my Bulgrim could have gone charging. Maybe's. But if I got that, that would have opened up Kingslayer and everything. Defend 1, which I would have definitely wouldn't have got unless the game went on. And troops on the ground is score D3 points if you control 3 to 5 with infantry. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so I would have scored.
It's not just that. The thing is that you get the objective points for big guns that retire at the end of the game as well.
There. So basically, well, that would have scored as 2 because I've had infantry on at least 3 objectives. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 points. The defender would have got 2 points. Let's say I didn't kill you by any stretch of the imagination. So they all come out, but I would have defended 1. So 2, 4 points. Mission Critical was 1, wasn't it? 5 points. So I would have got 5 points there. And then at the end of the game, Line Breaker. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't kill your Warlord, so Line Breaker would have been on, so that's 6 points. And I don't know what would that have put the final footing on.
Well,
but yeah, I mean, at the end of the game, each of these are worth, did you say 2 or 3 victory points? 3. Now, what would have probably happened knowing that would turn it on is obviously, I probably would have just made sure he died rather than your king, dude. Because that would have freed this up to move down towards sitting on that, with him just following it, healing it. So we'll count that we don't get that, or Kingslayer. I think I would have still won by 5,
more than that
10
now.
points maybe, something like that.
Yeah, it's a landslide now. So you're on 21, regardless.
And then I've got 5 lots of objectives at 3,
Yeah.
so that's 15, so that's 36 points.
To my 17.
So that would have swung it at the end. You know, actually 19, that would have made the difference. I think the Swiss scoring system is 19 points. In all honesty though, for you, if that happened in the tournament scenario, you should play it out, because if he stayed alive and he managed to kill one of these, I wouldn't have scored that. That knocks it back 3 points, which means you don't lose as badly. And all those little things make a big difference. And then, like I said, if he was alive, if he managed to kill these, or the chapter master goes in and kills him, which he wouldn't have done because the assassins would have been wiping the hands then for him, then it could have freed him up to maybe shoot this, which meant I couldn't get over here, or the Bulgrim would have to come and get this. So I think as it was, that was tough for you. It was always tough going to be from here coming forward. And you had a couple of pivotal turns where those aggressors ate up everything, but once they started dying, they all went, didn't they? I think you had a solid turn of a wounded one, and like loads of stuff was shooting at them. But then, as is with your list, a lot of your sort of assaulty jump units are single elements, and once they'd bounced off stuff and done their thing, because I had so many other units, it's going to be the case. That's the nature of your list. They were then open to just getting countered, and yeah, I think it was just a couple of rolls here and there that were pivotal. It just didn't really go for you.
My assassins not doing
Your assassin, well, you knew you had a turn because of. Like, let's be fair, you wouldn't expect to have. Yeah, you wouldn't expect to have May assassins, and like I said, May assassins targeted yours because your assassins are their main threat. In hindsight, if you would have targeted May assassins, but you did, I think, and you failed a wound, and you roll. So your first one failed with a command reroll, and I don't think your second one did anything. I can't remember now. It was back ages ago. It seems like on that turn, but as soon as you did that, I knew pretty much your 3 assassins, your 2 would be dead, because I'd make sure all 3 guys shot at them to get rid of them. And then you couldn't pick off, because my army, like yours, is built up of a lot of little characters to help do things. And as soon as you couldn't pick them off, it freed me up. But like you seen, you destroyed waves of my stuff. All my infantry's gone. But as with the guard, they've got so many cheap little dudes that I always find difficult playing them. Unless you've got other stuff to get in and kill in waves. Like, they've got this little guy in Toons can sit on there hidden, and that little guy can run around there and stay hidden, and the little dude here who's alive on his own, who can't fail a morale check anymore, can hide and stay hidden and score objectives. And they're so tricky when they've got that much stuff en masse, especially if your stuff that was catered to kill them was knocked out of commission. But pretty good. I think the scenery, I don't know, what do you think of the scenery? I think it was alright. I think pretty good.
It's alright. Obviously, playing in that tournament thing.
Playing an ITC rules with it's different.
Yeah, because obviously we've had to
pretend you can't see.
Atmospherically, you've had to lie things down, because obviously the only thing with it is when you want to play it inside, you've got to remove everything. There's no way around that.
Yeah, well, you just keep it open. Like, so that one I'd pinned down for a bit of strength, because I thought the middle building's going to have loads on. But as you can see here, it's quite easy to just lift it up and get in. So
that one, alright, so that one's secured.
That one I'd secured down, because I thought if it's in the middle, there's going to be more stuff on it, and I don't want wobbly bits and stuff like that. So but you don't have to do that.
I've seen that one when Mephiston was here and you were lifting it off to see who he was charging. Yeah. That was ideal. Man.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm more than happy with that, because like I said, you can just leave it down there and work it out.
And I think the thing with it is, if you've got a table full of it, if you it would, because obviously it's the card stuff in it. It's the card stuff.
Yeah.
So if you have a table full of it, it looks great.
It looks great because it's all the same stuff.
When it's next to like the Games Workshop stuff, or maybe say resin stuff. Yeah. It doesn't have the same
visual impact.
But like you say, looking at the pictures of like the Zone Mortalis stuff they've got. Awesome, like.
Yeah, well, I think for me, I tell you what, that's why I try to put extra bits. I think this stuff looks good with it, because it's similar sort of.
The path that
that looks cool.
Similar sort of
I think aesthetic. Once you get it next to chunkier stuff, I know what you mean. It can look a bit out of place. So for me, it's like, I think this works. You get away with it because it's far enough away that it's the mountain, like these bits are far enough away that don't impact
they don't impact on the visual.
I think if you're going to try doing it that way, it could look cool. I'm telling you, if you had some like rocks and stuff, I bet you could make it look really cool. I think it's really fascinating the way you can just get stuff up, build it up. For me, I'm going to keep them like these three because it fills a purpose, and I can't be bothered to build them back. I know that's its beauty. Kill Team, you can build them back up and do all this, but I just want to keep them in a box and get them out to use quite quickly. So I don't want to be building them and throwing them back up. But I think it looks apart. It worked well. It stood up. The weight wasn't an issue.
You look miniatures that stand on there. You could put dreadnoughts.
Yeah, that comes up. Yeah, so
I would like to play. I would like to play a game where we use the internals.
Look, that would have been beautiful. That's what I was saying before. Like if you look down at this level, look, you can see through on things and little doorways. And to make the most, this isn't fair for the scene we do in the ITC. It's not showcasing it to the best ability. But there's so many little
say we shuffle that up there, so the doors into doors, and then use it as tunnels.
Oh yeah, what I want to try and do the next one, like I said, when you said the mission pack was ITC. It's a bit of a duffer for it, but the next one I'll definitely play it as...
Like if you play a regular narrative game.
And then you've got, like you said, these things all pop down and come out and open up. Like we did it down there, didn't we? Was it this side? It was like surprise, So they just pop out like that. So you can have them out and make it like a holding bay or even a parking bay, and dreadnoughts coming out and troops charging out and stuff. It'll look fantastic. I'm happy with it. I think it was really good.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely good. The fact that it's modular is excellent as well. I think if you were to stick different price scales, different aesthetics, if you were to stick it next to a Games Workshop Ruin or something,
Ministorium building type stuff, it'll obviously look different to that. Yeah.
But playing on a table where it's all that stuff would be really good.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I think it blends well, like you said, the models. As long as you haven't got any big sort of heavy metal ones, or you're not going daft and throwing stuff around, then
even the heaviest stuff, like the old metal dreadnoughts, they'd have no problem on there.
I don't know, metal dreadnoughts sink through the table. They're that heavy, though. But no, that was good. Look, that was hardcore. We knew it was going to be a hard test for you on the list.
I'm quite pleased with my list. I'm quite pleased with what my list achieved.
Yeah.
My dice rolling.
Yeah.
Always.
End of turn 3 were pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
You were obviously taking a battering, and it was a case of, it was going to be the case. You had less models. So you knew later turns, and I'd said to you before, didn't I? It's about scoring fast and big for you, and then, because you're going to have less left later on.
Yeah.
And even stuff like, look, if I didn't manage to kill those 2 gunners, those Thunderfire cannons, I know they couldn't have targeted a lot of the characters, but
they would have got a point because he would have been dead.
Would have killed him and maybe stripped the last wound off that at the time. Yeah. So you would have got your big game hunter and another point, which would have done other things. But
I do wonder whether or not, obviously, because the mortar teams, I took the mortar teams out before they could really have like the last time I played, mortar teams were doing my head in. I couldn't reach them. I had nothing to shoot them out, line of sight, bottom floor thing. I do wonder whether or not, if I'd have tried to take that out earlier on, but with the Thunderfire cannons, you think, well, it's not going to do enough damage.
It's wounding on 5s. You need to roll big lots of hit. To be honest, this one was going to be tricky for you because it was well screened. And the thing with the guard, I've got so many points on bodies to screen it that your punchy assassins weren't in the best situation. I like what you did with the jump pack, dude. You spent the command point to bring them off to make them a 9-inch charge other than not being able to charge. Yeah. But it was against 2 Scout Sentinels.
I know, like...
And that, it was either... I can see your head though at the time because you were like, look, if I don't go for them, what the difference is, it's all characters in the front line anyway. And that's the slight negative with your list is once you go forward, if it doesn't work, all your hitty stuff's in the open. Right. So it's whether you could maybe support it if there's any way to get something that's maybe a sneaky troop unit, like infiltrators, that can start further up.
The scouts can start further up.
Yeah, and form them as a screen, as a sort of backup.
The way that the terrain was, the way that the objectives went, it wasn't worth putting the scouts forward.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because they couldn't. Ideally, if they could have hidden this bottom building, that would have been fantastic. But the max they could have got was here. They could have started here, but by that point, your dudes had jumped over anyway.
And the thing, where they did start here and there.
Yeah. They were scoring your points.
They were scoring the points and getting the tactical objectives for the next round.
And the thing is, like you said, if you were to get, another troop unit, you're looking at